Netherlands, home to windmills, clogs, cheese and sex museums. It has also been a powerhouse to world football for decades, and not to mention young Dutch footballers taking on many prestigious leagues around the world. Over the last few years though, the national team has declined, failing to qualify for the current 2018 World Cup, a sad day for Dutch football fans. Well, not to worry, it's time to rectify Dutch football once again. It's time to see if we can restore order in Holland and take the national team to World Cup glory. It's time to claim our first world title. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is World Cup Academies, the Netherlands. Hello and welcome to World Cup Academies. This is the Netherlands. Now, you may be familiar with the Rebuild series. You may be familiar with Jared HD. He is a good friend of mine from the east coast of Australia, and he does some amazing rebuilds on his channel. And now I got to thinking, well, what can we do? Maybe we can put a twist on this kind of thing. Maybe we can take it to the next level. Well, this is World Cup Academies, and the plan here is to take the Netherlands to as many World Cups as possible. We're going to try and get a job here as early as possible, take on the 2018, 2022, 2026 and the 2030 World Cup. We're going to need a squad to get us all the way to the end of career mode, so we're going to have to scout some youth talent along the way. That is how we plan to rebuild the Netherlands. We're going to use the real players to get started. We're going to try and get some of those across here to Real Madrid with Tom Dari, our former Dutch absolute talent from the Notts County series. If you're familiar with youth talent and you've watched this channel before, you will know who Tom Dari is. But if you're going to enjoy this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And we're going to get into what will be one of the most extreme rebuilds you have probably ever seen on YouTube. We are going to try and take 4 World Cups with the Netherlands. So sit back, relax, and let's get on with rebuilding the Netherlands. Right, so we're starting off here with Real Madrid. It doesn't really play too much importance in this rebuild. We're just basically using them as a Netherlands filter team. We're going to build an academy here. We're going to bring in players over the years. I am going to be training these players along the way, so it's going to be one long-winded recording session for myself. But you guys, I don't even know how long the final product will be. But we will try and bring some of the talent that is floating around the world in Depay, maybe Delete. We can get them over here and get them trained up for the early stages of the earlier career mode World Cups. But obviously, youth talent is the key aspect of this one because we're going to need some bright young stars ready by 2030. So let's get into this. Let's get ourselves a 5-star scout. We'll get off and start looking for some talent. We'll be simulating and that kind of stuff, and we're just going to smash through basically all of the World Cups. If we get to a World Cup final, we will play those games live, so stick around for that. Hopefully we can get us a few trophies in this video. So we've hired a 5-star scout. We're going to head off to the Netherlands. I'm going to look for a goalkeeper to start with. I think that's always a good place to begin. If we get a couple of good, decent options, we can always sell some off. They will develop at other clubs. But let's get scouting. Let's try and find ourselves the new Dutch sensation for Between the Sticks. So I have got a bit of a short list going here on the transfer list. All Dutch talents, Delete, Depay, Robin. Obviously, you want to keep a close eye on the older players because they will regenerate into the game if you're not familiar with this. So we'll keep an eye on Robin. When he actually retires from the game, his regen will pop in and we'll have a world talent to play right midfield. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that one. Van Dijk, Kluivert, Ake, De Jong, Bazoa, Fosu-Mensah, Quincy Promes. This young lad, Kik Pierre, he's only a 68, but he's got some high potential, along with Sandler. Chong at Manchester United has some decent potential. Hoogma, Berwin, Van der Beek. Those are the lads that I've shortlisted. We'll keep an eye on them, and if we can bring any of those across here to Real Madrid just to help with their training and build them up a little bit, we definitely will. Right, so 3 months of scouting down here, looking for goalkeepers. These are our top 3 prospects. We've got Marvin van der Linden, 58 to 70, 84 to 94, 6'5", 450 grand evaluation. We've got Patrick de Groot, 56 to 68, 76 to 94, 6'2", with a 375 grand evaluation. And also Alexander Peters, 44 to 56, 72 to 92. He's only 15, only 60 grand evaluation, but I've got high hopes for these 3 lads, so we're going to sign them all into the Youth Academy, and we'll see if they are a part of the Netherlands makeup in the future. Time to send out on our next 3-month expedition. This time we're going to look for physically strong players, see if we can get in some decent centre-backs, a big central defensive midfielder, and hopefully a big tall striker. The 17th of October drops by and the Netherlands have offered us the job. This is the one that we've been looking for, of course, and it's good to see that we've got it nice and early here in the career mode, so we can really have a crack at those 4 World Cups now. We'll accept the offer and let's get building this Netherlands side. Right, so our 3 months has ended here with the physically strong scouting. We've got 2 players we're going to bring into the academy. We've got Marvin Bruin, 55 to 69, 72 to 92 potential, 6'1". It looks like he will be a centre back, 450 grand evaluation, so he can make his way into the academy. And we've also got Lars Mulder, 17 years of age, 50 to 68 overall, 70 to 94 potential, 6'6". Looks like he is a big right back. 300 grand evaluation. Welcome to the academy. 2017 has finished. Just a short one there, 6 months. We will head into the new year. But let's have a quick look at what we've picked up so far. We've got a right back, Lars Mulder, 70 to 94. He's a 59 overall. Marvin Bruin, 61 overall, 72 to 92 potential. Physically strong. The goalkeepers, we've got Alexander Peters. His potential's dropped off to 82, but he's only 15. We'll hold on to him for now. Patrick de Groot, 63 overall, 80 to 86 potential, valued at 600 grand. His reactions are up to 62 and he's coming along nicely. But the man that we really want to have a look at here is Marvin van der Linden. 65 overall, 88 to 94 potential, 6'5", 16 years of age, 52 reactions. We're going to leave him in the academy and hopefully he can progress along. I'm putting a little bit of bronze training onto these lads just to give them a little bit of a bump, but eventually they will make their way into the first team. But that's where we finish up 2017. Let's get into the new year, 2018, and well, the World Cup is coming up for the Netherlands. Right, time to start off 2018. We need to look for some more players here for the Netherlands. Probably need a decent striker coming through. We didn't get one there on the physically strong, so this time I'm going to look for technically gifted players. I've also made 2 transfers. I've brought in Memphis Depay and Frankie de Jong, so we can get some training into them for the upcoming World Cup. But other than that, no real changes here at Real Madrid. Got our final report here. I've got 3 lads selected for technically gifted. We've got Lorenzo van Leeuwen, 49 to 61, 70 to 88 potential, but he's valued at 275. He's only 15 years of age. We'll bring him into the academy and keep an eye on him. We've got Lars Bruin, 50 to 64, 70 to 90 potential. Looks like a centre midfielder or a right midfielder. 275 grand evaluation. And Thijs Dekker, 52 to 70, 75 to 94 potential, only 5'5". We've only picked him up this month, but at a 650 grand evaluation, he should be a star of the future. Time to bring some of these academy players into the first team. Marvin van der Linden has asked for a contract. 67 overall, 88 to 94 potential, 55 reactions, and coming along nicely, so he will be promoted. And we'll also give de Groot a contract here as well. Only 86 potential, but a few extra keepers out there floating around will definitely help the Netherlands out in the future. So we'll promote him to the senior team. And the other lads will just sit here and keep an eye on for now. Right, time to bring in some more Dutch talent, and this time we're going to look for some wingers, try and get some pacey players here that we can develop over time. Maybe find a striker, sometimes you will with a winger, but let's go for another 3-month stint in the Netherlands. Right, the 18-year-old Lars Mulder, the right back, 6'6", 78 to 86 potential, wants out of the youth academy. I think that's fair enough. Let's get him into the first team. Right, we are in June. Before we go into a new season, I like to bring in the Youth Academy players. That gives us the opportunity to send them out on loan or sell them off if they are going to be part of our future projections. At least they're still in the game. They're out there floating around and they are still growing. So let's get all these lads in to the first team. Thijs Dekker, 63 overall, 81 to 94, technically gifted central attacking midfielder. He will be getting a contract at 800 grand. Lars Bruin, 59 overall, 73 to 87. Probably dropped off a little bit, but that's fine. We'll get him into the system. Lorenzo van Leeuwen has dropped right off, 77 to 85, but we'll keep there and monitor him closely. Marvin Bruin, 78 to 84. He's dropped off a little bit as well, but we will need some centre-backs in the future, so we'll promote him to the senior team. And Alexander Peters, 59 overall, with 76 to 82. I don't think he's going to make the cut. We've already brought in 2 decent goalkeepers. We will release him. Right, so we're about to head into our first World Cup here in charge of the Netherlands, and this is the squad that we're working with. We've got Dost up front, Depay on the left, Klaassen in the centre midfield cam position, Promise out on the right-hand side. Wijnaldum and Strootman control the midfield, Blind on the left, Van Dijk is the captain, Tete on the right, Sillerson is the goalkeeper. We've got a few young lads and an old head there in Robin who can hopefully come on and be a bit of a distraction. But yeah, fairly decent squad. Let's hope that we can push through. Let's have a quick look at the groups before we start simulating these World Cup games. Right, these are the group stages for the FIFA World Cup 2018. Group A is Uruguay, Germany, Switzerland and Wales. Uruguay and Germany off to a good start there. Group B, Italy, Chile, Ireland and Mexico. Group C is England, Norway, Colombia and Australia. Group D, Brazil, Turkey, China and Hungary. Group E is where we sit, the Netherlands. We've got Scotland, Poland and Cameroon to deal with. Group F is Spain, Greece, Canada and Egypt. You'd feel Spain's got a pretty easy draw there. Group G, France, the Czech Republic, Saudi Arabia and South Africa. Group H is Argentina, Russia, Northern Ireland and the Ivory Coast. This should be a fairly interesting campaign. Let's get into the simulations. Right, we start off with the big boys and we're taking on Poland. And it's a 2-1 victory. Quincy Promes getting 2 goals. That is a good start to our campaign. Our second game here is against Cameroon, and Chopper Modding's put a goal in inside the first minute. Bastos gets one back in the 11th, and it finishes a 2-2 draw with Van Dijk getting red carded. Right, moving into the third game of our qualifications here in the Netherlands and Scotland, and it's a 2-0 victory, but Klaassen's picked himself up an injury. Okay, so the group stages are done. There's only 3 games here in the qualifications. Germany and Uruguay have gone through in Group A. Group B is Italy and Mexico. Group C, England and Norway push through. Group D is Brazil and Hungary, interestingly enough. Group E, the Netherlands go through on top with Poland. Group F is Spain and Greece. Group G, France and the Czech Republic. Group H is Russia and Argentina, getting over on goal difference. So let's jump in to the round of 16, see who we're taking on, and let's get simulating. Alright, so the round of 16 looks like this. Some of the games have already taken place. Germany 5-0 over Mexico, and the English have taken out Hungary 2-0. We take on Greece here in the round of 16. Let's see if the boys can get the job done. Well, it's the Netherlands and Greece here in the round of 16. It goes down to penalties, and the Netherlands come through 4-3. Whoa, that is a close shave. Right, we've got our final scout report back here. There are some lads definitely floating around here. Fifa Boss looks okay. At only 15 years of age, he does have high potential. We'll bring him into the academy. Marvin de Graaf, I'm actually going to let go. We missed out on Patrick Mulder, and that's not too bad. He's gone to the Wellington Phoenix. Lars Peters, 400 grand evaluation, so his overall should be fairly decent. We'll sign him into the academy. And Alexander Voss at 180 grand will also sign in. Just so we've got some talent there, we can always release them from the academy. Right, this time we're going to go 3 months. We're going to look for a playmaker and see if we can bring back some nice, tasty midfielders. So we move into the quarterfinals of the 2018 World Cup, and it's Netherlands and France, England and Germany, Italy and Brazil, Spain and, is that the Czech Republic? I'm not 100% familiar with my flags, but I think I might be okay on that one. But let's get into this one, see if we can knock off France. This would be a big scalp to take, and see if we can push through to the semi-finals. Well, it's the Netherlands and France here in the quarterfinals of the 2018 World Cup. And we come through victorious, 2-1, goals to Strootman and Depay. Griezmann got one there as well, but we knocked France out. We're on to the semis. Well, it's semi-final time. Germany's taken out England 1-0, and Spain gets through, Brazil gets through. 4 big teams remaining in this competition. If we can get through Germany and reach the final in our first crack, that would be unbelievable. But let's get into the simulations. I've got a feeling that Germany might pip us at the post here. Well, Germany have been dominating the competition. We've got them here in the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup. I don't like our chances, to be fair. That is a very strong side that Germany are putting out on the park, and it really comes down to probably them having a better defensive line. They make a couple of changes. Robin has checked in. We're going to keep the live sim going here on this one. 20 minutes to go. Is it going to go to penalties, or will Germany get the lead? Looking for a late goal here. Who's getting through? It's going to extra time. Can the Netherlands get the job done? Yes, Daley Blind gets us a goal in the 100th minute. Can we get through? Come on, Netherlands. Get us to the final. We're going to the World Cup final in our first crack. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some gameplay action for you. The Netherlands have made the World Cup final, and we will be taking on Brazil. So the likes of Neymar and Firmino should be out here. This should be one hell of an encounter. We've got a half-decent team, some youth prospects coming through in the regards of, you know, Depay, De Ligt, and that kind of sort of thing. So it's still a young and improving team, but they've made the World Cup final here. We're taking on the big boys, Brazil. And hopefully we can get the boys through and take their first title. This is our first crack at it. This is 2018. We will be playing all the World Cups, hopefully, in this video. But, yeah, some live action. I wasn't sure that we would get through to the final in the first crack. I thought maybe in the second one, Stepine, that sort of pushed their way through to a higher rating. But we've managed to get the job done. A bit of a scare there against Greece, but taking out Germany to make the final, taking on Brazil, and a chance here for the Dutch to really start a legacy in this video, that's for sure. The 2018 World Cup. This one is in Russia, of course. I'm not even sure where the rest of them are in the future, but we know this one's Russia because it's not too far away. Neymar is there, Firmino is there. It's going to be a strong Brazilian lineup, you'd feel. And they're probably going to attack with a little bit of flair and a little bit of patience and skill. And we'll try and play some pizzazz football as well. And hopefully the Dutch can come out on the other side. Let's get into this game though and have a look at the two sides. Obviously the formalities of these World Cup intros do take an absolute eternity before we can see the teams, but I do want to show you the lineup so we can sort of see how the team adjusts over the campaigns. So here we are with Sillerson, Tete, De Vrij, Van Dijk and Blind across the back line. I've gone with Strootman and Wijnaldum in the midfield. Depay on the left, Quincy Promes is on the right, Klaassen in the cam position, and Dost is up front here for the Netherlands. So you know what, I've got a feeling this is a half-decent team, and hopefully we can make inroads here in our first World Cup. Here's the Brazilian lineup though. Edison between the sticks. Silva, Marquinhos, Alexandro is in there. Neymar, Firmino, Malcolm. That is a formidable front three. Casemiro, Fred. This is a star-studded lineup. This should be one hell of an encounter. We do have a slider set up on as well, just to make the game even more difficult. If you're interested in what sliders I do use, I do have a video on my channel. But let's get into this. The FIFA 18 World Cup, Netherlands and Brazil. I'm going to have to learn these player names very quickly. It's the first time I've played with the Netherlands. Daley Blind plays this one down the line, and it's Memphis Depay. He works his way out wide. Can he get a cross back into the back post? No, Edison is there to take the ball. Neymar inside of Firmino. Off to Fabinho. Here comes the Brazilians attacking forward. Tete gets in and gets the touch. Picked off by Fabinho. Robert to Firmino. And a good work there from Strootman. Can he get the ball away? Quincy Promes just hands the ball back. Here's Fabinho. Promes does well again. And here's Strootman. And he works his way down the line. The big number 6 central defensive midfielder for us. He's working his way into some absolute space. Brazilian letting him run for days. Can he get a cross into the box? Here it is. And it's Memphis Depay putting us on the board. It's taken 9 minutes and 48 seconds. And it's young Memphis Depay getting the header past Edison. A lovely run from Strootman. And it's the Netherlands with the lead. It's 1-0. And that is a fantastic start here from the Dutch. Strootman with a centimetre perfect pass. And an exquisite finish there from Memphis Depay, rising majestically. We've brought him to Real Madrid and put a little bit of training into him, and that is really showing. He's got pace and aggression and working with a lot of spirit out there on the wing. And he gets the opening goal of this World Cup final. It's 1-0 to the Netherlands. Casemiro off to Fred. Back to Casemiro, and they work through the midfield here, Brazil. Slips it out wide for the run of Neymar, and he's got space for days. Here comes a cross into the back post. Daley Blind needs to get up. De Vrij gets out there and does the job. Promes tries to get it forward. Klaassen comes through like a bull in a china shop, and he's put a man down. Here's Roberto Firmino out to Alexandro. They come down the line. Promes gets in there and does brilliantly. Tete gives it away though. Here's Neymar. He's getting a cross inside. Oh, he's done him like a dinner. Feeds it inside. Here's the strike. Sillerson, cracking save with the deflection. And a corner now for the Brazilians trying to work their way back into the game. Casemiro has got an injury. Tete holds him up nicely, but here's Sandro back inside for Neymar. He's causing some issues on both wings. When he's wherever he is, Neymar is an issue. De Vrij with a lovely challenge. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Here's Wijnaldum. He'll play this one off. Quincy Promes gets the ball through. It's Klaassen now. Can he get slipped forward? He can. Quincy Promes has got the pace. Works his way forward. Let's go, Quincy. Oh my days. That was horrible. Tries to take the game on. Slips it off to Memphis. Memphis crosses over the back for Quincy. It's a header. Oh, Edison makes the save and we'll get a corner. And there it is. The Netherlands with the lead at half-time. It is 1-0 in favour of the Dutch. Dost gets the touch on. Here is Memphis Depay, and he's got some space now. Can he slip this one down the line? He can. It's Dost. Bas Dost turns his man inside out, slips it off. Here's Depay. Works his way inside. Memphis. Oh, he's taken the strike. It's a good save. Can Quincy get in the end on this one? He can. Can he get across? No. Drilled by Fabinho. And the Brazilian defence survives. Fred plays it inside. He's got Fabinho inside to Firmino. And there it is. There's the equaliser. 61st minute, Brazil get on the board. And it's that man Firmino getting the goal. Well, they shredded our defensive line. Some quick Brazilian flair passing. And bang, they get a strike. And it's straight in the back of the net. It's 1-1. Oh, I thought we had them covered outside. But straight through Firmino, not being marked close enough. And a simple strike for him past Sillicet. Makes it 1-1. Here comes Brazil, flying through. Firmino plays it off. Blins let that one go. Depay gets in there, makes the challenge, and well, Brazil are coming. Right, 3 changes, freshening up this team. Robben, Van Ginkel, and De Jong checking in for Promise, Klaassen, and Wijnaldum. Come on, boys. I want this first one already. Back to De Jong. Flick it on. Flick it on. Oh, there's the whistle. We're going to extra time. Oh, what a World Cup final this has been so far. Well, going into extra time in the 2018 World Cup final, and the boys are going to have to dig deep here. He'll fire this one down the line, wants to run here. The Flying Dutchman, Memphis Depay, does well to hold it up, slips it inside. Has Van Ginkel, brings it inside. Oh, Robben was set up, but couldn't get the strike away. We'll bring this one down the line here for Memphis Depay to run onto. Here comes Depay. Dost working his way forward. Bats Dost! Oh, he's missed! Oh, you bum nugget! Oh, he's absolutely flown majestically, and he's absolutely missed. Depay. Robben. Can he be the hero? Oh! And cheeky ball play there from Brazil. The first period of extra time's done. Still deadlocked at 1-1. He plays it back defensively. This one could go to a penalty shootout. What an interesting story that would be. Here's Fabinho, though, working forward. He's done Daily Blind inside. Virgil van Dijk does well. Van Ginkel plays this one all the way out for Robben to run onto. Fresh legs on the pitch. He is racing forward. Iron Robben works his way forward. Can he get this goal? Yes! Works Addison. The deflection comes out. And Frankie de Jong swoops in like a seagull on a hot chip. Puts it in the back of the net in the 117th minute. And it's the Dutch taking the lead 2-1. Class finish from de Jong. Just to tap it in home. And the Dutch have the lead, and we can set up the fucking wall and hope that we can hold on here for our first World Cup title. What a run from Robben. And Frankie de Jong with his first World Cup goal. Gets in. Good work there from de Jong again, holding him up. Just bide the time, boys. Played inside. Fabinho lays it off. Here's the strike. He's put it wide. Oh, there was the chance for Brazil. But it's gone begging. And there's the whistle. The Dutch take the World Cup in 2018. Will they be able to defend it in the next one? We will find out very, very soon. But we will just take in the glory of this one very quickly just to make sure that you lads see us lift a trophy, because that's what this is all about. Just getting as many World Cups for the Netherlands as we can. The Brazilians, as you'd imagine, are absolutely distraught. But a lot of heart here from the Dutch. And they are the World Cup champions in 2018. Unfortunately, did not qualify in real life, but we've done it here. We've got the boys over the line. And it will be Van Dijk to lift it. He was the captain today. So we'll just get a little bit of a trophy lift in, and we will move on, because we need to start preparing for our defence in 2022. The Netherlands, they've done it. 2018 World Cup champions. Well done, boys. That is the heart we need moving forward, and we just need to build this squad up now for the future. Some of these boys might be around at the next World Cup. Some of them might be retired. But we need to start our preparations right now. Well, 15 shots to 8. A definite performance there from the Dutch with 18 tackles. And Strootman gets him out of the match, 8.9. Right, we are now back with Real Madrid, of course. The World Cup is over. And just the one transaction I think we made. Fosu Mensah comes across to Real Madrid, gets some training into him for the future. But that is it for signing so far. Let's get simulating and start building up for the 2022 World Cup. Right, normally I would wait until the end of the 3 months to sign up a player, but on our first scouting month back here looking for a playmaker, we've got Jan Jacobs, 52 to 72, 79 to 94 potential, worth 925 grand in evaluation. We don't want to lose this lad, so we're going to sign him straight into the academy. Right, our playmaker training scenario has finished. We've got 2 players that we will be signing in to the academy. Justin Hoekstra, 450 grand evaluation, and Jan Bakker is a 53 to 69, 71 to 94, 15 years of age, valued at 200 grand. Right, this time we're going on a 3-month stint looking for attackers. See if we can get a central attacking midfielder, maybe some wingers, and possibly a striker. It's a very thin chance usually on an attacker to get a striker, but you never know. Let's go for 3 months and get some more talent here for the future of the Dutch. Right, so we reached the end of 2018, and what a fantastic year it has been for Dutch football. We've got a World Cup, and we've got some more talent coming through. So we're going to sign some lads in here. Let's have a quick look here. Vos, I'm going to leave there. Bakker, 72 to 86, we'll keep there. Hoekstra. Okay, I think this kid probably deserves an opportunity soon. He's 16. Lorenzo van Leeuwen, 79 to 85. That's probably not going to make the cut, but we'll hold on to him for now. Jan Jacobs needs to come in. 18 years of age, 65 overall, 91 to 94 potential. He can come into the first team. And Alexander Vos, he's 18 years of age, 72 to 76. You aren't going to make the cut. Sorry, sir. See you later. And Lars Peters, 76 to 82 as well. But we'll hold him there for now because I don't think we've brought any wingers in. Right, let's take a quick look at the development of the lads so far. Van der Linden is a 71, up 3. De Groot is 77, up 7. Fosu Mensah's up 3 to a 79. Mulder 66, up 4. Who else have we got in here? Bruin is a 66, up 4. Smashing through. Bruin 62, up 3. Frankie de Jong is an 80. He's up 1. He wants some more game time. Dekker's a 65, up 2. Jan Jacobs has the potential to be special. Amazing hair as well. He's come in at a 65. What else have we got here? Where is Depay? That's who we're looking for. He is an 83. He wants some more game time as well. But that is where we'll finish 2018. Let's hope that 2019 is just as good, and we'll continue to build this team working towards that 2022 World Cup. Right, let's start off 2019, and I've made one other signing. I've brought De Ligt over. We need to get some training into him. He's still only 19 years of age at 80 rated, so definitely a hot prospect for the future for the Netherlands. We can get some training into him. Let's jump into 2019 and sign some more players and get this team ready for the 2022 World Cup. All right, our scouting period has ended here. There's 2 players who will be adding to the academy. Frank Visser, 76 to 94, only 5'6", 150 grand evaluation, not the best, but we can keep an eye on him. And Lucas de Vries, 66 to 90, only 5'5", but 250 grand evaluation. We'll sign him in and keep an eye on him. Right, we're still looking for a big striker and some pacey wingers, but I'm going to go physically strong again and see if we can bring in a big, tall talent for the future for the Netherlands. Well, it must be time to check in with our youth academy, and let's get some players in and out of this academy. Thijs Vos, we're going to leave there. Jan Bakker, we are going to release. Justin Hoekstra, I'm going to leave him there for now. Lorenzo van Leeuwen wants out of the academy. I don't think he's going to make the cut, to be fair, so we are going to release him. Lucas de Vries has dropped off as well, so we'll release him. Frank Visser will hold on to for now. Lars Peters, the potential is probably a little bit low for my liking. We're going to release him as well. We only want quality for the future of Netherlands football. Okay, so our scouts have finished here looking for physically strong players. We've got 3 to add. We've got Daan de Groot, 82 to 94, left back at 150 grand. Jan Smits is also a left back at 400 grand. And Thijs Mulder, I think he might be a centre-back at 250. We'll sign him in as well. Right, we're off looking for wingers again. Justin Hoekstra has asked to come out of the youth academy, so we will offer him a contract. And a quick look around the rest of the youth academy. I think we'll let these lads just mature. Frank Visser can piss off. Right, our scouting report has finished here looking for wingers. We've got Cedric Brouwer. He is a striker, 79 to 94, only 5'8", 150 grand, but we probably need some strikers coming through, so we'll sign him in. We missed out on Daniel Meyer, that's fine. He's gone to AC Milan, so he will be floating around for World Cup selections. And Jan Hendricks, 50 to 64, 73 to 94, 350 grand left winger. Let's get him into our academy. Right, we're going to look for technically gifted once again. Right, so our scouting scenario has finished. We've got 2 players we're signing up here, Lorenzo Brouwer and Danny Visser. 150 grand for Brouwer, and Visser is at 325. Right, I'm going to go 3 months for any here. I'm starting to lose track of what positions we've got coming through. So let's just start scouting for any and start bringing back some more talent, hopefully. Time for a final look at our Youth Academy for 2019. Let's have a look here. Voss, 81 to 87. Danny Vizza, 83 to 94. Lorenzo Brouwer, 79 to 93. Jan Hendricks, 84 to 90. He wants out of the Youth Academy, and I think we will offer him a contract. Cedric Brouwer, 81 to 87. Thijs Mulder, 82 to 88. Jan Smits, 82 to 88. And Dan de Groot, 86 to 92. Well, Dan de Groot decided he wanted out of the academy as well. The physically strong left back at 6'3", so we'll offer him a contract. Right, let's finish up 2019 with a quick look at how the squad is coming along. Van der Linden, he's not got any training. He's a 74 up 2. De Groot, I've put in a shitload of training. He is an 85 up 4. Mulder out on loan, 70 up 2. Fosu Mens is up to an 84. Bruin is a 69 up 2. De Ligt is up to an 85. What else have we got here? De Groot is a 60 up 1. Bruin 66 up 2. We've also got Frankie de Jong. He's gone out on loan. He's an 83 up 1. Hoekstra is a 67 up 3. Jan Jacobs 71 up 3. Dekker 70 up 3. We've also got... What else have we got? Hendricks is a 63 up 1. And Depay is out on loan. He wanted more game time, so I'll send him out on loan. He's still at an 84. Ronaldo's dropped to an 87. That's where we finish 2019. Let's get into 2020. Right, we're sitting here in 2020. We've got 4 players to sign up from this report. Mike de Haan, 73 to 91 at 275. Lucas de Vries, 58 to 72, 83 to 94, 500 grand. Yes, please. Lorenzo Hoekstra, 51 to 69, 71 to 94 at 5'6". We'll sign him in. Let's hope he's not a centre back. And Sam Vandermeer, 61 to 85, but a decent valuation. He could increase his potential. We'll have to wait and see, but we'll sign him up and keep an eye on him. Right, obviously, we're continuing in the Netherlands. I'm just going to keep going with any at the moment, and hopefully some more top talent comes through. Right, it's time to sign some more players up from this Youth Academy. Voss will hold there at 87. Danny Vizza is just about ready. Brewer, 87 as well. Cedric Brouwer, 81 to 87. Thijs Mulder probably needs a gig here. He has turned 18, 62 overall, 82 to 88 potential, so we'll offer him a first-team contract. Vandermeer is 72 to 92. Hoekstra 74 to 94. Jan Smits 82 to 88. Lucas de Vries is 83 to 94. And Mike de Haan is 75 to 89. Right, we've got another 4 players to bring into the academy. Daniel de Vries is only 70 grand, 5'9", but looks like he could be a solid midfielder in the future. Jan de Graaf, 52 to 66, 69 to 89, 300 grand evaluation. We'll sign him in and have a look. Luc de Graaf is 180 grand at 6 foot, 78 to 94. Looks like he could be a centre back. And Danny Peters, 48 to 64, 76 to 94 potential at 6'6". Could be a solid option as well, so we'll bring him into the academy. Now, I could go longer here. I could go for a 9-month any, but I like the 3 months in case I want to change things up. So I'm just going to go any again, though, for 3 months. Right, let's have a look at the Youth Academy. A few of these lads do want out. Jan de Graaf, we are going to release. Thijs Voss, well, we've held him for a while. I just don't know if he's going to make the cut. We'll still hold on to him. Danny Vizza, I think, deserves a contract. We'll promote him to the first team. Lorenzo Brouwer will sit there. What else have we got? Cedric Brouwer. Sam Vandermeer. Nah, you're rubbish. See you later. You're gone. Hoekstra, nope, you're looking shit too. Jan Smits, left back, 82 to 88, 6 foot tall, physically strong. We'll promote him to the senior team along with Lucas de Vries. Danny Peters is a goalkeeper, 75 to 94. Luc de Graaf will hold on to, and Mike de Haan, I'll leave him there for now. Oh, well, that's bloody awesome. We didn't get any notification, but Lorenzo Brewer, Mike de Haan, and Cedric Brewer all decided to terminate their contracts. Thanks very much. Right, Scouting Report is back, and we've got 3 players to sign up here Cedric Schmitz, 47 to 57, 73 to 91 potential centre back at 6'5", valued at 100 grand. We missed out on Danny Jerkstra, but that's fine because he's gone to Roma and he'll be available for the Netherlands side in the future. And Mike van der Linden, possibly a brother of the goalkeeper that we brought through already. Hoping he is a centre midfielder because a 5'7" centre back might be a little bit of an issue. But let's get him in. Valuation 200 grand. Right, we're still looking for a big, strong lad to be up the front, so I'm going to keep going for physically strong now and see if we can bring in a top-class striker at some stage. We're desperately calling out for a forward here for the future of the Netherlands. Right, so the date is October 2020 and the World Cup qualifiers are starting up now. Obviously, we don't have the next World Cup till 2022. Without a couple of stars here in De Ligt and De Vrij, both injured, so we go in with Van Dijk and Ake. It's only the qualifiers, but hopefully the boys can get the job done and we can still keep strengthening up another 2 years till the World Cup. Right, Netherlands and Denmark. 3-1. Right, we've got Bulgaria in the next match of the World Cup qualifiers, and we come through with a 3-2 victory. Right, the scouting mission has been finished here in the Netherlands. We're going to sign 2 players into the academy. Edwin Vos, 79 to 94 right back, 180 grand, and also Sam Vermeulen, 72 to 90 central defensive midfielder at 120 grand. Off we go for 3 months for technically gifted. First versus second here, Netherlands and Portugal come out on top with a 2-0 victory. Well, second versus third now, Czech Republic and the Netherlands. It's a 1-1 draw, but De Vrij's picked up an injury. Well, we've got another lad to sign in here. It is only the first month, but his evaluation is 650 grand. We're not going to miss out on him. So Justin Dehan signed into our academy. Right, we've got another report back, and I have to make a signing here in Patrick Vermeulen, 56 to 74, 74 to 94, 650 grand evaluation. Welcome to the academy. Right, Luke de Graaf wants out of the youth academy as well, 59 overall, 86 to 92, physically strong centre back. Welcome to the academy. We're also going to promote here Thijs Vos, the winger, 18 years of age, 5'5", 81 to 87, 66 overall already. Let's get him into our academy system. So we finish up 2020. Let's have a look at how our academy players are coming along. Van der Linden is up 5 to an 81. De Groot is an 89 and the starting goalkeeper already for the national team. Mulder is a 73 up 1. His brother Thijs is a 65 up 2. Bruin is a 70 up 1. De Vries 66 up 3. De Graaf is a 59. We've also got De Ligt and De Vrij both injured at the moment, 90 and 87 respectively. Daan de Groot is a 70 overall, up 2. We've also got Schmidt 69 up 5. Visser 67 up 4. We've got Bruin at 69 up 2. Their contracts are expiring. I do need to sort that out. De Jong 86 up 2. Hoekstra 71 up 2. Dekker 77 up 5. Jacobs is a 75 up 2. Vos is a 66. And Hendricks 68 up 3. And I think Depay is an 84. So that's where we sit at the end of 2020. Let's move on to 2021. Alright, we are in 2021 and this report has finished. We're going to sign 2 players here. Marvin Hoekstra, 55 to 67, 70 to 86 potential, 300 grand evaluation. He could go higher. We'll have to wait and see how he performs in the academy. And Jaden Van der Meer, 48 to 64, 73 to 94, 170 grand evaluation. Sign in to the academy. Right, we're still looking for a big physical presence that we can put up front as a striker. I'm going to look for physically strong once again. We need a big striker for seasons to come for Netherlands. Currently second in the group today, we take on Bulgaria. It's a 4-0 victory. Memphis Depay with 2 goals. The next game we have is against Denmark, and it's another 2-0 victory. Depay on the board once again. Patrick Vermeulen has been asked to be called out of the academy. 63 overall, 79 to 93. Technically gifted left midfielder. Welcome to our academy. Right, our physically strong scout has finished as 3 players we'll be bringing in. Alexander van der Leeuwen, 55 to 67, 85 to 94, 350 grand. A good left back option. Joshua Bakker, 53 to 67, 82 to 94, 5'6" centre midfielder at 325. And Jaden van der Bosch, 46 to 62, 71 to 94. He's either a right winger or a striker. If he's a striker, we might be in luck. 200 grand, sign him in. Right, I'm going physically strong once again. See if we can get a striker or a big central defensive midfielder. Right, we're about halfway through 2021. Let's have a look at our current youth academy. Edwin Voss wants out of the academy, so we'll offer him a contract. Welcome to the first team. Jaden van der Meer, 79 to 89's dropped off a little bit. Van der Haan, 84 to 90. Danny Peters, 86 to 92. Jaden van der Bosch, 71 to 93. He is a striker, so that is good news. Joshua back at 78 to 94. Alexander van Leeuwen is an 85 to 94 left back. And Sam Vermeulen, 81 to 87. Sam Vermeulen wants out of the academy. We'll welcome him into our academy. It's first versus second in Game 9 of the World Cup qualifiers, Portugal and the Netherlands. We come out 2-1 victors, Quincy Promise and Ramselaar with goals. Netherlands and Northern Ireland in the World Cup qualifiers, a 5-0 smashing. That is a big performance from the Netherlands. Joshua Bakker wants out of the youth academy, and a 61 rated 89 to 94 midfielder will definitely be getting a contract. Another scouting mission of 3 months has been completed. 2 lads have been picked up by Cardiff City and whatever club that is. So they'll be floating around in the future. And Max van der Bosch was the other lad I was keeping an eye on, 71 to 91. 110 evaluation. We are going to sign him, so we'll move on from this report. Still looking for a big Dutch striker to come through one of our academies. So we're going to keep continuing looking for physically strong players. So we reached the end of 2021, and this is our current youth academy. We've got Jaden van der Meer, 83 to 89, coming along nicely, technically gifted. Justin De Haan, 84 to 90 left midfielder, 64 overall at this stage. Sam van der Linden, 81 to 87 central defensive midfielder. We'll see how he goes. Danny Peters is a goalkeeper, 6'6", 86 to 92 potential. Jaden van der Bosch, 6'2", striker, 82 to 88. Alexander van Leeuwen is a 91 to 94 left back, 63 overall. And another left back here in Christian van der Bosch, 89 to 94, 6'2". So the academy is looking good here in 2021. Obviously, we are at Real Madrid, of course. It's the end of the season. We'll have a quick look at how our players are developing. Not really too concerned with, obviously, the players at Real Madrid, other than our Dutch lads. So Van der Linden is up 2 to an 86. De Groot has an injury at the moment. He is an 89. Mulder is a 75. He is up 1 out on loan. We've got Voss, who's a 62, up 2. Fosu Mensah, 87. Thus Mulder, 68, up 2. Bruin, 77, up 1. De Vries is a 70, up 2. De Graaf, 63, up 2. Stefan de Vrij is a 90, coming on in age now at 29, but should be quite serviceable for the next World Cup. De Ligt is up to an 87. Who else have we got here? Jan Schmidt, 74, up 1. Daan de Groot, 78, up 6. What else have we got? Vermeulen, 59, up 3. Vizers, 72, up 2. Tahith de Vrij, 82, up 5. That is the regen of, is it Robin? Bakker at 62, up 1. Bruin, 72, up 1. Frankie de Jong is an 86. We've got Vermeulen, that's Patrick, 67, up 2. Hoekstra, 76, up 2. We've also got Jan Jacobs, 79, up 2. Great hair. Thijs Dekker is an 82, up 2. Voss is a 70, up 2. And Jan Hendrik, 72, up 2. Depay is an 84. So now we move into 2022, and the next World Cup should be starting up. Let's see how we finished in the group stages for this season. So in our World Cup qualifiers, the Netherlands have finished on top with 22 points. So that will qualify us for the next round. So let's get into 2022. 3 months of scouting has finished once again here in the Netherlands. We've got 2 players to sign into the academy. Daan Peters, 200 grand, 6 foot, looks like a central attacking midfielder. And also Marvin Mulder, 51 to 69, 79 to 94. I think he is a central defensive midfielder at 5'11", only 1 month of scouting, but 300 grand evaluation. Welcome to our academy. We're off to the Netherlands for 3 months. This time I'm going to look for any players, see if we can fill out some more players for the squad of the future. Well, we're only 1 month into the scouting. We've got 4 94s that have been brought back here. So Justin de Graaf at 450, welcome to the academy. Sam Vermeulen will sit on with his 80 grand rating. Bram Hendricks I'm going to hold off on at this stage. And Joshua van der Bosch, 550 evaluation, welcome to our academy. Must be time for an update on our youth academy. We've got Dan Peters, the centre forward, 78 to 86. We'll hold him in there. Jaden van der Meer, 61 overall, 83 to 89. Justin De Haan, 66 overall, 84 to 90. Might be worth a contract. Sam van der Linden, 81 to 87, central defensive midfielder. I'm going to release him. Joshua Van der Bosch, 72 to 92, right winger. Justin de Graaf, 68 to 88. We're going to release him. Marvin Mulder, central defensive midfielder, 79 to 94. Danny Peters, 86 to 92. Jaden Van der Bosch, the striker, 57 overall, 82 to 88. And Christian Van der Bosch, 63 overall, 89 to 94. We missed out on the other left back. He just decided to cancel his contract. We don't want to miss out on Christian Van der Bosch, so we're going to offer him a senior team option. Well, Jaden Vandermeer has decided to terminate his contract as well. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, we are approaching the 2022 World Cup. It is time for the squad selection. So let's have a look what we've got available for us for the Netherlands. We've got our two outstanding goalkeepers in Patrick de Groot and Marvin van der Linden at 89 and 87. I don't think we need to take more than two keepers. Centre backs, we've got De Vrij at 90 and De Ligt at 88. Fosu Mensah at right back, 87. Van Dijk, 86. Ake, 84, Karsdorp, 83, and Daan de Groot gets his first call up here at left back, 81 overall, so another regen into the squad. In the midfield, we've got De Jong at 86. Thijs Dekker gets a call up here, 85 overall central attacking midfielder now. Klaassen, 84, Quincy Promes, 84, Bazoa, 84, Donny van der Beek is an 84. Tahith de Vrij is also in. That is the Robin regen. He's up to an 84 overall right midfielder. Ramselaar still in there at 83. Hendricks is central defensive midfielder at 82. And Wijnaldum 81. In the forwards, we've got Memphis Depay at 84. Kluivert at 84. Berwin at 83. And only taking the one striker in Jansen at 82. We just don't have anything else coming through. So if we do have a look over here, there's Tete, and we're just trying to see what kind of regens are coming through. But really lacking in the forwards. We've got Lacadia there at an 81. Probably the next option. And then, yeah, it sort of just falls away. Lammers is there at a 79. How old is he? Let's have a quick look. He's 25, so not going to get too much more out of him. We just need a big striker to come through here. Weghorst, 29. So you can see there's just nothing. Dost is down to a 78 now at 32 years of age. Could possibly be handy, but we really need a big striker to come through. There's another centre back there in Marvin Bruin, who's currently at Real Madrid. But yeah, we need to find a striker. But that will be our squad for the 2022 World Cup. Hopefully we can push through and make ourselves another final. Well, there's another 3 months of scouting complete. This time we're going to sign in Bram Hendricks, 46 to 58, 80 to 94. Central attacking midfielder by the looks of things, 200 grand. Might be time to make some signings here from our academy. Daan Peters probably isn't going to get to what we want, so we're going to leave him in the academy. Justin de Haan, 66 overall, 84 to 90 potential. Well, we will get him into the senior team. Joshua Van der Bosch isn't ready yet at 15, 75 to 93. Bram Hendricks, 80 to 94. We've just signed in. Marvin Mulder, 59 overall, 82 to 94. Will hold for now. Danny Peters, I think, needs to make his move into the first team, so we'll offer him a first team contract. And Jaden Van der Bosch, well, maybe this is the lad we need to train up for now. He's only 16. I will leave him in the academy for a little bit longer. Well, almost immediately, Jaden Van der Bosch says he wants out of the academy, so we will get him into the first team. We need a project striker that we can actually try and build up while we wait for a true master to come through this academy. We're still looking for that big striker, so I'm going to go physically strong once again. I'm trying to find a big, tall piece of timber that can stand up the front and do the job for Holland. Well, it's time to take a look at the tables for the 2022 World Cup. In Group A, Germany, England, Scotland, and Colombia. The Netherlands have drawn Wales, USA, and Uruguay. An interesting group there. Group C is Portugal, Poland, Australia, and Venezuela. Group D is Brazil, Switzerland, Romania, and China. Group E, Spain, Finland, Greece, and South Africa. Group F is France, Slovenia, Mexico, and Cameroon. Group G, Italy, Ireland, Saudi Arabia, and the Ivory Coast. Group H is Argentina, Austria, Norway, and Egypt. So, let's get into it. If we can push through to play another final, we'll have some more gameplay for you. Cross your fingers. Our first game here in this group stage is against the USA. De Jong puts in a goal in the 13th minute, and it ends up being a 2-0 victory. Depay with the second. Game 2 is up here against Uruguay, and they've defeated us 2-1. I promised getting on the board again, but yeah, unfortunately, that's a loss. Well, we really need the lads to get the job done here over Wales. Depay scores in the first minute to give us the lead. And Wales are on the same amount of points as us at the moment. So we need a victory here with that loss to Uruguay. Decker gets on the board. I think that's his first goal. De Groot gets on the board as well from left back. It's 3-0. Their goalkeeper gets injured. And it's a 4-0 victory. Klaassen checking in to finish it off. Taking a look at how the groups finished up. Germany and England go through in Group A. Group B, it's Uruguay and the Netherlands. Group C, Poland and Portugal push through. Then Group D is... What? China have gone through top of Group D over Brazil, Switzerland, Romania. Okay. Group E is Spain and South Africa. Group F, France and Slovenia. Group G is Italy and Saudi Arabia. Group H, Egypt goes ahead of Argentina. Moving into the round of 16, we've drawn Germany. Some big games coming up. Let's get those games simulating and see if we can reach this final. Well, it's time to take on the in-form Germany in the round of 16 of this World Cup competition. Can we push through? That is the question. No action here in the first 30-odd minutes. Hoping that the Netherlands can get over the top of the Germans here and knock them out nice and early. At halftime, there is nothing going on. Klaassen checks in. Van Dijk checks in. But still no action or goals in this game. Quincy Promes gives us the lead after 69 minutes. Can we hold on to the lead? That is the big question. Hendricks equalises. We'll go to extra time. Come on, boys. Get the job done here for the Netherlands. Depay puts one in the 101st minute. Have we knocked Germany out of the World Cup? Yes, we have. We go on to the quarterfinals. Well, we pushed through to the quarterfinals. We will have Brazil in that encounter. It's Spain and Italy. Egypt's beating Saudi Arabia. They'll take on the French. And it's Portugal and Uruguay in the opposite ledger. Let's see if we can get past Brazil and push through to that semi. Quarterfinal here against Brazil, and hoping that the boys can come out on top once again. We'd love to make our second World Cup final. Not a lot of action here early. Both teams looking like they must be testing each other out on the pitch. De Vrij got himself a yellow card in the 28th minute. No action in the first half. And Klaassen checks in for Decker. Kluivert in for Depay. Van der Beek puts us in front in the 66th minute. Neymar gets one back in the 75th. Bazoa checks in for De Jong. And we're going to extra time once again. Kluivert gives us the lead in the 92nd minute. Will Brazil have something to come back? We're playing a lot of minutes here in this World Cup campaign. And, well, it goes Alexander on the 120th minute, but we go through on penalties 5-4 into the semi-finals. We move into the semi-finals, and Uruguay have hit some hot form here. They've taken out Portugal 2-1, and they will meet the French in the opposite side of the ledger. We have Spain. Can we make the World Cup final for our second time? A big semi-final here. It is Netherlands and Spain. De Gea versus De Groot between the sticks, and who will shut up shop, or will it be goals galore? Half an hour gone. Saul puts Spaniards in the lead after the 28th minute. We're looking for the Netherlands to get back in here. Moving into the second half now. Isco checks in. That's never comfortable. Decker on for Klaassen. Decker puts in a goal off the bench. It's 1-1. Will it go to extra time once again, or will someone be able to score before the 90th minute? We are going to extra time. Lots of minutes here. Van Dijk gives us the lead. It's 2-1 in favour of the Netherlands. Will the Spaniards be able to get back into this game? It's close. It's the Netherlands going to another World Cup final. Get in! All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is our second time here at the World Cup in this video. The Netherlands have done it again. Tom Dari has this international squad absolutely flying. And we will come up against a fairly strong French team. We know that the French are always formidable in a World Cup tournament. They've beaten Uruguay 1-0 to make the final. But, well, can the Netherlands, defending champions, get the job done here again? Tom Dari, the big Dutchman. Well, he has got this team. He's scouting the world for new, fresh talent, and some of those lads will be on display here today. But this should be a fairly interesting encounter. The French in a World Cup final, always a tough ask. As we go through all the formalities of all the bloody drama and rubbish of these World Cup intros that for some reason I wish you could just skip and still get the team lineups. I mean, that would be something that I would like to see implemented, but we've got to go through all the cutscenes and all the drama and build that little bit of suspense as we move into another World Cup final. And, well, we just got to sit back and maybe go and have a piss and have a drink and maybe a wank, I don't know. We just wait. We just sit here and wait because we want to see the teams. That's the most important part of these intros, and they leave it till the last freaking second. But hopefully we can get the job done. The other thing that really annoys me is the team numbers. You can't do anything about that. There is a little way around it, but it's so annoying to do. You've got to basically bring in players, give them a number that's already taken, then bring them back in. And last FIFA 17, you could just change the international numbers. So here we go to group number 14. Fosu Mensah, De Ligt, De Vrij, and Daan de Groot gets a start here at left back. Van der Beek and Frankie de Jong will control the midfield. Depay on the left, Decker in the cam role in his first World Cup final. De Vrij, which is the Robin region, out on the right-hand side. And Quincy Promes will be our striker today. So a very small front four. But hopefully it is enough to get the job done here with a bit of pace over France. They've got Lafont between the sticks. Laporte is in there. Mendy, Pogba, Fekir, Kante, Lamar, Dembele, Mbappe. Oh my days, what a team this is that the French have put out. And hold on to your hats, folks. We could be absolutely sent back in a fucking brown paper bag at the end of this. Oh, looking for a big defensive performance, I think, and maybe try and hit him on the counter-attack. Let's go. Oh, De Groot, lovely work, slips this one off, finds Memphis Depay, off to Decker, De Jong, well, he tried to slip it on quickly, it's picked off by Mendy. De Vrij gets the touch in, here's Quincy Promes, goes looking for De Vrij, works his way forward, all the pace in the world, has he got the finish? Yes, he does, 1-0 Netherlands! Oh, his World Cup debut, it's the Robin region. Well, Robert has done brilliant things in the past for the Netherlands. And here is his regenerated man who still has a tucked-in shirt. We'll have to get that sorted out for the next World Cup. But there is a lovely goal, number 25. And the Netherlands take the lead here in the World Cup 2022. Get in. Here's De Groot. Fires it up the line for Depay. Depay works his way forward and slips this one forward. It's Quincy Promes. Works his way inside, slips it off. Decker, Lafont, gets in De Vrij. Oh, he's fucking on point here. That's his second of the day. 20 minutes gone. The Netherlands are running riot. Oh, spark up, boys. Spark up. Gets in. Oh, the Netherlands. Lafont, what are you doing with your life? It's the sheer pace and maybe the minuscule forward line that we've put in here. Maybe they can't be seen. I don't know. But that makes it 2-0. De Vrij with his second in the World Cup final. 2-0 to the Netherlands. Oh, Quincy. Look at the pace. Just taking this game on. Works his way down to the corner store. He'll have to cut back here. Can he get a cross in? He can. Oh, Lafont has to make a big challenge. Fosu Mensah did well. There's an injury in the box. Umtiti is getting absolutely beaten there by a little Decker. He's only 5'6". Good from big De Vrij. Memphis just tries to thump it forward, but it's picked off. And here come the French again through Pogba. Oh, Memphis makes the steal. Here is De Vrij. Lays this one off for Quincy. Can he get a pass off? He can. Van der Beek lays this one off. Decker now finds De Jong. Can he get a pass out wide? Fosu Mensah in some space. The Netherlands running riot. Here's Fosu Mensah. Works his way around the traffic. Cuts back nicely. Brings the ball inside. But Lafont cleans it up at the back. Well, there's the whistle for half-time. It's the Netherlands in the box seat. 2-0 up in the 2020 World Cup final. 4 shots apiece. They've had the possession, but we have had the clinical finish. Here's Fosu Mensah. Drives the line. Here's De Vrij. He's been involved in everything. Brings the cross into the back of the box. Frankie de Jong. Oh, couldn't get on the end of it. Here comes the French. Lamar. Oh, great block from Fosu Mensah. Memphis just bombs this one long. Cuts back. He's got all the skills, all the bills. Lafont. De Vrij. Off to his brother. Retreats. De Ligt. De Vrij. Oh, lovely move from the big centre-back. Lays this one off. Quincy. Oh, levelled. And we'll get a free kick. Well, Memphis from 22. Can he sort something out here? Oh, Lafont with a good save. Oh, lovely move from Memphis. Oh, De Groot with the sidestep, then slips it forward. Here is Memphis. Here's the cross into the box. Oh, De Keer got fucked. Oh, De Vrij did well. Quincy lays it off. Here's De Vrij into the box. De Vrij! Oh, Lafont. Well, let's make 3 changes. Bazoa, Klaassen and Kluivert check in for De Jong, Decker and Depay. Oh, that slipped off the tongue nicely. Corner for the Netherlands. Lafont's made 9 saves. They make another change. Martial in for Lamar. And let's see. Where can we go? Clive whips inside. Here's the header. No, cleared away. Oh, Clive with a sidestep, and he takes off here. Oh, lovely manoeuvres from Clausen. Clive back here. Here's Bazoa. Oh, that's offside. Mbele versus De Groot. Not today. Not today. There's Clausen. Slips this one forward. Clive works his way down the line. Clive now. Cuts back. Here's the cross. De Vrij! Oh, looking for his hat-trick. Van der Beek. Clive. Has he got the run on here? He does. Clive still goes. Brings it back inside. Bazoa works Lafont. Will get that corner. And it's all the Flying Dutch at the moment. Clive whips this one inside. Clausen gets in 3-0. And the Netherlands will take back-to-back World Cups. What a lovely header from Clausen. Not sure if he'll be around at the next World Cup, but that is a lovely way to cap off this World Cup final. Clive delivered it in perfectly from the corner. And Clausen rises majestically like a salmon from the river and puts it past Lafont to make it 3-0 to the Dutch. And, well, there is a Flying Dutchman. Up over 2 men and bang, the back of the net. 3-0 to the Netherlands. Gets in. Quincy. Bazoa. Clive plays it off. Here's De Vrij. Tries to take his man on. De Vrij. Lays this one off. Clive! Oh, 4! That's in there, my son! 4-0 the Netherlands! The France have been washed around the arse cheeks of the Dutch. And that is just rubbing salt into the wound. Bam! Gets in the Netherlands. Oh, let's party. Blaze up, ladies and gentlemen. Get on the hot Dutch. Beautiful finish from Clive. And that's 4-0. And there is the whistle. It's another World Cup. Back-to-back defences for the Netherlands. And it all started off with De Vrij. Just ripped them apart early, and then Clausen and Clive off the bench, making it 4-0. And the French will have to go back to the drawing board. Oh my days. Another wonderful victory here for the Netherlands in this video campaign. The World Cup Academies are right in control of this World Cup. That's 2 for 2. There's still 2 remaining. So sit down, maybe press pause. It might be time to go and get yourself a little bit of lunch, or, you know, go and take a quick dump. I don't know. Because there's still a lot remaining. We've still got 2 more World Cups to compete in. Hopefully we can go 4 for 4. That would be absolutely outstanding. And just to give you an idea, this video so far has taken me 6 weeks to record, and that's only up to this point. So if you're watching this in its entirety, I do thank you very much. I don't even know how long this video is going to be by the time I finish it, but that is 2 World Cups done and 2 World Cup trophies for the Netherlands. And now we can continue to scout, continue building, continue bringing more youth up, because some of these players will need to be replaced. They're getting on in years. And hopefully we can progress towards the 2026 World Cup. That is our next objective. Van der Beek was the captain for the day. He gets to run around with a trophy. Will he be here in the 2026 World Cup? We don't know. But it is the Netherlands, once again, World Cup champions. Let's start building towards 2026. Well, amazingly enough, 12 shots to 5. They had the possession, but we just absolutely ripped them apart there, especially in the second half once Clausen and Clive checked in. He gets a perfect 10, and just a wonderful day again for the Dutch. Okay, we've got our final round of scout reports here. We've got 2 players we're going to bring into our academy. Thomas De Haan is a left back, 75 to 94, 300 grand evaluation. And also Patrick Bakker, 55 to 73, 75 to 94, 6 foot. I think he's a centre back, 600 grand evaluation. Right, we are still looking for a striker to come through. Physically strong isn't paying off. I'm going to have a crack at technically gifted. Generally, wingers, technically gifted, and physically strong are areas that you can find decent strikers. So we'll try technically gifted. Might not be as tall as we like, but maybe we can get someone that can be pacey and finish their dinner. Well, 3 months of scouting completed once again for Technically Gifted, and we've got Max Vermeulen at 250, only 5'5". We're building a pretty small squad here. We've got Frank Vandermeer, 71 to 91, 5'6". Let's hope he's not a centre back. And Max Brouwer, 77 to 94. I've got a feeling he's a cam, not a striker, but 6'2". He'll definitely be handy at 625 grand. I'm going to go and look for physically strong once again. We need some more strikers coming through this academy. Okay, it is the end of 2022. Let's have a look at our youth academy and see if there's players worth clearing out or signing up. Frank Vandermeer, 70 to 86. Sorry, mate, you're not going to make the cut. Dan Peters, we've held on to some time, but 79 to 85. Looks like he could be a star of the future, but I just don't think he is going to make the cut for us. I'm actually going to release him. Max Vermeulen, 83, no chance in hell. Patrick Baker, we're keeping an eye on 81 to 91. He is 6 foot tall, so looking promising. Joshua Vanderbosch, 79 to 85, right winger. Nope, sorry, we don't need you either. Bram Hendricks, 89 to 94, central attacking midfielder. We'll keep an eye on him growing. Marvin Mulder, 89 to 94, central defensive midfielder, looking the goods. Max Brouwer is, I was hoping he was a striker, but he's another central attacking midfielder, 80 to 94, playmaker. And Thomas Dehaan is a left back at 86 to 92. That is our academy. We're only really looking for true top talent now. Alright, as we do at the end of every year, let's have a quick look through and see if anyone's grown. De Groot stuck at an 89. Peters is up 2 to a 66. Van der Linden an 87. Fosu-Mensah 87. Mulder's out on loan, 78 up 2. Voss 66 up 1. Bruin is on loan at Arsenal, 79 up 1. De Graaf 67 up 2 on loan. Mulder 71 up 1. Lucas De Vries 73 up 1. We've got De Vrij is a 90, he's 30 years of age now. De Ligt an 88. Vanderbosch 65 up 1. Daan de Groot 84 up 2. We've also got Schmitz a 76. Vermeulen 69 up 7. Tahith De Vrij, well, he's on an 85 at the moment. Visa 76 up 2. Bruin 75 up 1. Back at 68 up 3. We've sent a lot of them out on loan. Frankie de Jong is an 86. We've also got Hoekstra as an 80 up 3. Justin Dehaan 68 up 1. That's a lovely bald head. Vermeulen 72 up 2. Decker's an 86 up 1. He's going to Juventus on loan once the transfer window opens. Jan Jacobs 83 up 2. We've got Voss is a 73 up 1. Vanderbosch is a 62 up 4. An exciting prospect, and the good news for him is he's got a 5-star weak foot. His physicals are growing, so could be the man we've been looking for as my DualShock battery goes low. Yeah, alright, so Hendricks 75 up 2, Depay's an 84 at 28 years of age, and that ends the 2022 season. A good one there, another World Cup under the belt. Let's move to 2023. Well, we rejoin you here in 2023, and, well, I mean, I started recording this video a couple of months ago, just getting the time in here as we go through this, so you may notice the beard's getting a bit longer and whatnot, but we're here with a scout report. We've got 2 players. One's gone off to Dynamo, I think, Moscow, and Dan de Graaf, 52 to 66, 80 to 94. We will sign him in to our academy. Obviously, we are going to continue scouting as we head towards that 2026 World Cup. Need to keep building this this team up because we've got a 2030 World Cup to worry about in the later stages. So some of the fresh crop that we pull in here in 7 years' time, they could be in at that World Cup squad. So let's go for any player for 3 months. So we've got a few players here in the academy at the moment, obviously monitoring their progress. We're probably going to give Bram Hendricks a crack here, 89 to 94 potential. He's 18, so we'll get him into the first team. Brewer looking all right as a cam as well. Thomas Dehaan, 86 to 92, physically strong left back at 18. We'll promote him to the senior team. And Dan de Graaf looking okay as well, but only 5'11". Another 3 months of scouting has been completed. We've got Marvin van Leeuwen, a goalkeeper at 375. We'll sign him into the academy. And a Rodney Bruin, 75 to 94. A valuation of only 130, but we'll see if he progresses here for the Netherlands. Off on another scouting mission today, we're going to look for physically strong. Another 3 months of scouting has finished. We've got Danny Hoekstra, 76 to 94 striker, 6'3", possibly the big lad that we've been looking for. Only 230 grand evaluation, but hopefully over a few more seasons, a bit of training, he can be a force here for the Netherlands. Another 3 month stint here, of course, in the Netherlands. We're just constantly scouting here, looking for fresh talent for the future. We're going to go for any player on this one. Let's have a look at how our academy is looking. We've got obviously Danny Hoekstra, who've just pulled in 76 to 94, physically strong striker. Patrick Backer, 82 to 88, centre back. We're monitoring his progress. Rodney Bruin, 80 to 88, central attacking midfielder, isn't going to make the cut. Max Brewer, 65 overall, 90 to 94, 18 years of age. We'll promote him to the senior team. Marvin Vanderlooen, 80 to 86 at 6'2". You know what? We're going to release him. And Down de Graaf is a centre back at 84 to 90, only 5'11", but we'll monitor his progress further. Right, Patrick Backer has come to us and said he wants out of the academy. That is fair enough. Let's get him a contract. Final scout report is back here from the Netherlands. 4 players on this list. 1 has been picked up already in Jaden Hendricks, so he'll be floating around in the future. But we've got Jaden van der Linden, a centre midfielder here, 200 grand, 6'1". Mike Petters is a 78 to 94 centre forward by the looks of things, 6'2", 270 grand. And also, look, Hendricks is a 72 to 88, but he's got a high overall and evaluation of 600 grand. Welcome to our academy. Okay, back to the Netherlands once again, and what are we going to look for here? Let's look for a playmaker this time. So that brings us to the end of the 2023 season. Let's have a quick look at how the boys are travelling, and then we can get moving on to 2024. Not a lot of action there for the Netherlands in 2023. Obviously, the Euros are there. We don't care about them. This is a World Cup Academy series. So let's jump into this. De Groot is up 1 to a 90. Van der Linden, 87. Peters is up 2 to a 71. Fosu Mensah, 87. Voss is a 70, up 2. Mulder, currently injured, is a 79. What else have we got here? De Vrij, 90. Mulder, 73, up 1. Back at 66, up 1. Bruin is an 80. I'm actually going to sell him. He's reached his potential. De Ligt, an 89. De Vries, that is Lucas De Vries at 76, up 2. Look, De Graaf is a 70, up 2. So a lot of centre-backs coming through here, which is good to see for the Netherlands. At left-back, we've got Jan Schmidt, 78, up 1. And Daan de Groot is an 86, up 1. Thomas de Haan at 66, up 2. And Christian van der Bosch is 69, up 1. Central defensive midfielders, we've got Sam Vermeulen, 77, up 6. What else have we got coming through? Marvin Mulder, 68, up 3. Vizza is a 79, up 1. Tahet de Vrij is the Robben region, and 87, up 1. Centre midfielders, Joshua Bakker, 72, up 2. We've also got Frankie de Jong there, 26 years of age and 86. Lars Bruin, 77, up 1. Left midfielders, Justin Hoekstra, 85, up 1. Patrick Vermeulen to 74, up 1. And Justin de Haan, 72, up 2. I mean, the unfortunate thing here is that the name pool is very, very small. So we're getting a lot of players with the same last name. So let's hope that they can expand on that in future FIFAs. But Daz Dekker is an 88, up 1. Bram Hendricks, 66, up 4. Jan Jacobs is an 87, up 1 with great hair. Max Brouwer, 67, up 2. We've also got Thijs Vos, 76, up 1. And Jaden van der Bosch, 71, up 6. Jan Hendricks is 78, up 1. And Memphis Depay is an 84 at 29 years of age. So that is 2023 done. Let's get into 2024. Well, we are into 2024. Not sure how much action we will have here with the Netherlands. The World Cup qualifiers can't be too far away, but we've got a final scout report back here. We've got Daniel Mulder, 75 to 93, looks like a centre forward at 230 grand, and Alexander Hendricks, 78 to 94, centre midfield, 120 grand, but looks like he's got great hair, so we'll sign him in. Of course, we're going back to the Netherlands. This time we're looking for an attacker. Well, we're about halfway through the year, so let's have a look at how our academy is going. Hendricks, 79 to 89. We'll hold him there for now. His brother, look, is a 600 grand evaluation, but his potential has dropped right off. We'll hold him for now. Daniel Mulder, 79 to 89. Mike Peters. Now, he has asked for a call-up here at 18 years of age. 83 to 89 potential centre forward. 6'2", 86 over, 56 overall, should I say. We will bring him in because at least if we sell him off, he could be something in the 2030 World Cup. Jaden van der Linden, 79 to 85, is not going to make the cut. We'll release him. Danny Hoekstra, 84 to 90, striker, coming along nicely. And Dan de Graaf, 84 to 90. All right, so we are finished with another scout report. We've got Daniel de Haan, 73 to 94, centre midfielder, only 130 grand, but there was really nothing else on this report, so we'll continue to scout. I'm going to go and look for physically strong once again. So it's 2024, of course, and it's time for the World Cup qualifiers to start getting underway. So we've got Belgium, Greece, Portugal, Hungary, and Slovenia in our group. This is for the 2026 World Cup. So we obviously will have some live simulations, and let's hope that we can make another decent run here. We've won 2 so far. Can we do all 4? Well, we've got to qualify first, so let's get into the simulations. So this is how our Netherlands side is looking at the moment. We've still got Jansen up front. We've got Hoekstra out on the left, who is coming along quite nicely. We've got Decker in the midfield, 23 years of age. He's got some good specialities, pace for days. Then we've got De Vrij, the Robben regen, out on the right-hand side. Looking pretty good. Now the midfield, we probably need some more solid midfielders coming through. We've still got De Jong there, and Van der Beek will play central defensive midfield. We have De Groot at left back at an 89 overall. Very, very good. Looking forward to seeing him in action. De Vrij and De Ligt are our centre backs, and Fosu-Mensah at right back. And then we have the other De Groot between the sticks at a 91 overall now. Only 67 reactions. That does need to continue to grow. Now, bench-wise, we've got Jacobs, also at that 89, looking the goods. Van Dijk, Van der Linden, the backup goalkeeper, Ake, Kluivert, Bazoa, and Locadia. So we really need a big striker coming through, and probably some more centre midfielders. Depay is on the bench. Vermeulen we've got here coming through, a central defensive midfielder. But really, centre midfielders and the striker are still 2 big positions that we need filling here in the Netherlands. But let's get into these qualifiers. Well, we start off here with Portugal, and De Vries put a goal in inside the first minute, and it ends up being a 2-0 victory to the Dutch. It's an unchanged lineup going here against Slovenia in Game 2. De Jong gets a goal after 7 minutes, but we lose 2-1. Well, boys, a lot of hard work here to do on the training track. Well, Daniel Mulder's come and said he wants out of the academy, so that's worth offering him a first team. And what else have we got going on here? Daniel De Haan is a centre midfielder, 5'8". We do need some coming through, so we'll promote him to the senior team. Alexander Hendricks will hold for now. His valuation's still going up, but his potential's going down. Hoekstra looking okay, and probably, yeah, fuck it, let's get him in. And Dan de Graaf will hold for now. Alright, another monthly scouting update stint is finished. We've got Alexander Bruin, a 6 foot tall, looks like he has a centre back, 71 to 91 potential, 375 grand of valuation. Welcome to our academy. Okay, we're obviously looking for midfielders and also for a striker. I'm going to look for technically gifted. Sometimes you can bring back strikers, wingers, and midfielders under that category. So off we go for 3 months. Our next World Cup qualifier, and Ake's playing left back. De Groot's gone himself injured for 2 months playing for Real Madrid, so he'll be missing for some time. But we are taking on Greece here, and defence is looking a little bit suspect if we're letting in goals. But 2-1, and it ends up being a 4-1 victory. That is a big performance. Next up, we have Hungary. This is Game 4 of this World Cup qualifications. And hopefully the boys can get the job done. We sit in second at the moment. Hoekstra gets a goal there in the 24th. It's a 1-1 draw. Well, the boys are dropping like flies here, but we're taking on Belgium. Karsdorp and Malacia into this starting lineup to take on the big Belgian side. De Bruyne picks himself up a yellow card, but look at that team. Benteke, Dendoka, Courtois, Demata, Carrasco, Lukaku, but it's Jacobs getting us the goal in the 44th minute. We've got a lead here. This is an all-important game because Belgium are top of the group at the moment. Can we get the job done? Come on, the Netherlands. Finish it off. Get in there. Well, this is a very important game, game number 6, and we're taking on Greece once again. Slovenia are knocking on the door, trying to push us out of the top 2. We're missing a few of our key players through injury. Fosu-Mensah is back into the side. De Vrij gets himself a goal in the 37th minute, so that is good, and it's a 2-0 victory. We'll take it. All right, our scouting has finished. We've got 4 players to bring into the academy. Alexander Jansen, 73 to 89 at 200 grand. Bram Yerkstra, 75 to 94 at 230 grand. Patrick Hoekstra, we're getting a lot of these Hoekstra dudes, 72 to 94, 170 grand. And Rodney Meyer, 70 to 94, 600 grand. Okay, we're off. We're looking for physically strong. We need a big striker. We need a big central defensive midfielder to come through this academy very, very soon. So we have time to train them up for the 2030 World Cup. All right, that concludes 2024. Let's do a quick run through. Obviously, some of these contracts I will need to sort out, but the Group 91, Van der Linden 87, Peters is 75 up 2, Fosu currently injured 87, Mulder out on loan is an 80, Voss is 76 up 5. We've also got DeLitter 89, Mulder 75 up 1, De Vries is a 79 up 2, De Graaf 72 up 1, Back to 68 up 1. Just trying to loan out all these young lads because they're not getting any minutes here at Real Madrid, that's for sure. De Groot is good, 90 up 2, De Haan 69 up 2, Van der Bosch 73 up 2. What else have we got here? Schmitz 81 up 2, he's going to West Ham on loan. Casemiro, Lorente, Mulder 72 up 2, Vermeulen is an 81, De Vrij 87, Vizza 81 up 1 going to Spurs on loan, Bruin is an 80 up 1, De Jong 86, De Haan 55 up 2, Bakker is a 77 up 4, we've also got Justin De Haan 75 up 2, Justin Hoekstra 87 up 1, Vermeulen 77 up 1, Hendricks is 70 up 2 going out on loan. Brewer 71 up 2 going on loan. Decker 91 up 2. He's out on loan at the moment. And Jakobs is also out on loan. I don't play with the cam here at Real Madrid, so it's just better to send them off and get them some game time. Peters 61 up 4. Mulder 61 up 4. Voss is out on loan at Arsenal. He's a 77. Danny Hoekstra we've just brought in. High hopes for this lad. 65 up 3. Van den Bosch is a 72 out on loan. Hendricks 81 up 2. And Depay is still there at 84. He's 30 years of age. So, how are we looking in our World Cup? So, 6 games played so far in our World Cup qualifiers, and we are top of our group. So, that is good. Slovenia have moved into second position at the moment. So, it's probably a 3-horse race. And interestingly enough, it looks like Portugal aren't going to make the cut. So, looking good here in 2024. Let's get into a new year, 2025. Well, another scout report is finished here in 2025. We've got Danny Hendricks, 200 grand. Looks like a winger or a striker, 6'1". Let's get him into our academy. Right, time to send our scout out once again. What are we going to look for this time? We're going to go for a playmaker. We need some more midfielders coming through for the Netherlands. Well, it's a top of the group clash here between the Netherlands and Slovenia. Hoekstra gets us a goal inside 1 minute. The Slovenians, I believe, beat us in the opposing fixture. So we'll want to try and get one back up, try and create a bit of a break here. Hoekstra gets his second goal, and it's a 3-0 victory. He's got himself a hat-trick. Well done, son. Well, next up we have Portugal. Hoekstra just loves getting forward early. He's got himself a goal here in the 2nd minute, and he is in some red-hot form here in this World Cup qualifying campaign. And, well, they come back, they get a goal, and it's a 1-1 draw. Alexander Bruin wants out of the youth academy. So let's have a look at how this academy is looking. Hoekstra 80 to 90. Alexander Bruin wants out. He's only got 83 potential. I'm actually going to release him. See you later, mate. Alexander Jansen's not going to make the cut either. I only want high potential players that are going to grow naturally without a lot of training. We'll leave Meyer there for now. Brand Jerkstra looks okay. Danny Hendricks as well, looking good. Alexander Hendricks will hold for now, and Dan de Graaf is a centre-back, 84 to 90. Well, Patrick Hoekstra come straight to us and said, I want out of the academy as well. You're handing out contracts. What are you going to offer me? Well, see you later, mate. You want to beg? You can fuck off. Well, a lot of these lads have just come and said, look, we want contracts or we're leaving. Hendricks is one of them. And you know what? We will offer him a contract. Dan de Graaf will offer a contract as well. And Bram Jerkstra, sure, okay. Right, we've got our final scout report back, and we've got some absolute doozies in here on this one. We've got Daniel Hendricks, 55 to 67, 78 to 94, centre midfielder, 675 grand. Thank you very much. We've also got Rodney van der Leeuwen, 77 to 94, only 210, but that's fair enough. Cedric de Graaf, 56 to 74, 82 to 94 potential, 750 grand. And also Alexander Brewer, 56 to 74, 84 to 94, 625 grand. Thank you very much. This academy is starting to look very good once again. Well, just taking a quick look at the youth academy. A few of these lads have turned 18, so we need to get them into the first team. We've got Daniel Hendricks here, 84 to 94, 63 overall. Welcome to the first team. Cedric de Graaf, 81 to 94, central attacking midfielder, will hold for now. Rodney van Leeuwen, 85 to 94, central defensive midfielder. Yep, he can come in. The senior squad is full. Okay, we might be in with a bit of trouble. Well, it looks like I'm just going to have to wait until a transfer window, and hopefully some of these lads don't decide they need a contract. I don't have any players that I can release at the moment. We'll probably need to sell a few of them on now and free up some space to keep this ball rolling. Well, we've got our next game here in the World Cup qualifiers. We're taking on Belgium once again. We sit first, Belgium are second. So an opportunity here for us to really open up the gap and look to finish top of our group. Hoekstra is scoring goals for fun. Lukaku gets one back in the 40th. We come through, De Vrij gets the second, and it's a 2-1 victory. Well, another World Cup qualifier. This time we are taking on Hungary. Decker's got himself a knock inside the 6th minute, but we come through with a 3-0 victory. Hoekstra, again, more goals for him. Right, we hit the end of the season, well, the year, and I've managed to sell off a couple of players. So a few of these lads asked for contracts. One is Rodney van Leeuwen and the other is Alex Brewer. We definitely want to get Alexander Brewer in, so we'll promote him to the senior team. Have we got a spot here? Yes, we do for Rodney van Leeuwen. And the other 3 lads, Cedric de Graaf looks good as well. But we don't have room. We'll have to wait and see how we go in the January window if we can offload some more players. So it is the end of the 2025 season, so we'll have another quick look at how the squad is going. I'm actually trying to sell off some of our high-rated players now because there's nothing else we can do with them training-wise. They're not really going to get anything out of it. They can go and sit somewhere else and still be available for the Netherlands, allowing us to train up some more youth talent. So let's have a look here. De Groot is a 91. Peters is up to an 80. Van der Linden, I think he might go to West Brom if we can get a deal for him. He's an 87, not growing anymore. Mulder's on loan at an 80. Voss an 82, up 2. Fosu-Mensah 87. Back is out on loan, 71, up 1. Now we've got Varane, we've got Mulder, 77, up 1. De Vrij is an 84, up 4. Daan de Graaf, 67, up 2. Luc de Graaf, an 80, up 5. De Ligt is an 89. Schmidt's 83, up 1. Van der Brosch, 76, up 2. We've got Grimaldo. Daan de Groot, up another one. He's 92 now at 23 years of age. That's outstanding. Thomas de Haan, 73, up 2. Vermeulen's out on loan, 81. Rodney van Leeuwen we've just brought in. Marvin Mulder, 78, up 4. Casemiro on the decline, trying to get rid of him. Lorente, 86. Vizas an 83, up 1, out on loan. De Vrij, 87. Lars Bruin is an 82. Kovacic, 88, trying to get rid of him as well now. Hendrick, 62, up 2. Alexander Brewer, we've just brought in. 65 overall potential to be special. Brilliant pickup. Joshua Bakker, 83, up 1. Daniel de Haan, 60, up 2. Hendrick, 65, up 2. Ceballos, yep, cool. Vermeulen. Justin de Haan, 77, up 1. Hoekstra, 88, up 1. Jan Jacobs, we don't play with the cam, so I'm sending them all out on loan. I could probably sell him off now. 92, up 1 at Manchester United. Hendrick, 74, up 3. Max Brewer, 75, up 2. Mulder is a 66, up 3. I'm going to try and sell off all these centre forwards. 67, up 3. Xerxes, 61, up 2. Odegaard, okay. Voss is a 79, up 1. Jaden Van der Bosch, I've put a bit of training into him. An 82, up 2 now. 6'2", and is getting his call up for the Dutch team. Gabriel Jesus still going there. Danny Hoekstra, 69, up 2. And I bought Thomas Dross from Newcastle United. No, from Göztepe. 7.4 million, 6'2". But stats-wise, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, and he's a physical beast. We just need to get some training into him, and we might have found a striker we can actually use. Asenio, 92, Hendrick, 66, up 1. Jan Hendricks is an 82, up 1, and Memphis is still an 84, trying to offload him. And that is where we finish up 2025. Let's see how we went with our World Cup qualifiers. So we have qualified on top of our group by 6 points. Portugal managed to come out of nowhere, and they will be coming through with us. I'm not sure if Belgium gets a gig finishing in 3rd, but we'll find out when we move in to 2026. That World Cup is not too far away. Well, we are deep into 2026. We've got another scout report that has finished up here. We've got Mike DeWitt, 75 to 93. Central defensive midfielder by the looks of things, 250 grand. Edwin Vizas, 72 to 94 at 130. We'll have a look at him. Daniel Mulder, 77 to 94, 250. Get him in. Alexander Jacobs, 275. Welcome to our academy. And Marvin Schmitz, 53 to 71, 82 to 94, 475 grand. Okay, it's time to pick our squad here for the 2026 World Cup. I thought I'd come into this screen so you guys can see how, things are developing with this pool of players. So at this stage, I don't take 3 keepers. We'll go with De Groot and Van der Linden. They've been our keepers for a considerable amount of time. We don't need Zoet, so I'll bring in Vizza for now. Okay, let's have a look here at our back line. So we've got De Groot at 92, De Ligt at 89, Fosu Mensah at 87, De Vries at 87 is a centre-back at Real Madrid. Stefan de Vrij is starting to dissipate. He did get up to a 90, but starting to get on in age. Arke's an 85 and Van Dijk an 84. So let's swap out Van Dijk for Sandler. Can he play other positions? No, he's just a centre-back. Ake can play left-back if required. And... alright, we've got Fosu Mensah. Alright, we should be good there through the back. We've got Jacobs and Decker, 92 and 91 in the cam roll, with Extra at 89 and De Vrij at 87. So that is a menacing mid-three. We've still got Frankie de Jong, Joshua Bakker at an 85. Bazoa still in here at 84. Van der Beek at 84. Visser at 84. And I've put in Sam Vermeulen at an 81. I mean, there's not really anything else that I mean, I could bring in Bruin instead. But I want a true central defensive midfielder if needed. But Bruin might be handy. No, we'll roll with that. Some of these lads are still going to get an opportunity. We've still got the 2030 World Cup after this one. So forwards, we've got Kluivert, Kelvin Stengs, Janssen, and Thomas Drost. Now, you may be wondering where Van der Bosch is. He is here, but he is still 4 weeks away and injured, so you can't actually pick him for the squad. And that's really it for strikers. I mean, Depay, 84, might be handy, but what's he? He's getting on in age now, isn't he? 32. But I mean, it's a World Cup. Yeah, let's bring Depay back in here instead of Kelvin Stengs. Okay, I think that's the squad I'm going to take to the 2026 World Cup. We're pretty good through the midfield. Defensively, it's just that forward striking role that we've still been let down a little bit on, unfortunately. I tried really hard to train up Drost and Van der Bosch, but Van der Bosch went and got himself injured. So he would have been the starting striker, but obviously injured. So we stay with Drost as the backup. That's our squad for the 2026 World Cup. Now, Cedric de Graaf wants out of the Youth Academy. I'm not sure. Have we got a spot for him? Yes, we do. Promote. Meyer, you can be released. De Witt will hold. Danny Hendricks will hold. Visser will hold. Jacobs will hold. Marvin Schmitz will hold. And Daniel Mulder, well, he's going to want a contract. He's a centre forward. We don't really need him. We'll leave him there for now. Okay, the 2026 World Cup. Let's have a look at the groups. Group A is Germany, Sweden, Turkey, and Chile. Well, who knows playing for what teams at this stage? You'd assume Germany would still be fairly strong in that group. Group B is England, the Czech Republic, United States, and Venezuela. You just know that England are going to go through. They always are strong on FIFA for some reason. Group C. We are in Group C, the Netherlands. We've got Wales, Saudi Arabia, and Colombia to deal with. That could be an interesting group. Group D is Argentina, Poland, Norway, and New Zealand. Once again, you'd feel that Argentina and Poland should probably push through in that one. Group E is France, Austria, Ireland, and Egypt. That is anyone's group. Probably France will go through on top. Group F, Spain, Switzerland, Mexico, and the Ivory Coast. That is a very interesting one. You'd think Spain would go on top, but it's anyone's game in the next secondary spot. Group G has Italy, Finland, Australia, and South Africa. Well, Italy's going through. I've got no idea who will go through with them. Group H, Brazil, Portugal, Russia, and Cameroon. That is a tough group. Anyone could take that one. We'll have to wait and see. So let's get into it and see if we can push through the group stages. Well, we start our group campaign here against Saudi Arabia. Decker puts in a goal inside 6 minutes to give us the lead. Obviously, we are the defending champions. We've won 2 on the trot now. Can we make it a hat-trick? That would be absolutely sensational. And, well, ends up being a 3-0 victory. Well done, boys. Good start to our group stage. Well, next up we have Colombia. They won their first round encounter against Wales 2-0, and they take the lead here in the 14th minute through Lerma. Then he gets himself yellow carded. Come on, Netherlands. Get into this game. We need the points. We need to go through top of the group here. Come on, boys. Don't let me down now. We've done all this hard work. Bakker gets us into the game off the bench. It's 1-1. It is a draw at the moment. Who's going to take the biscuits in this one? It's a 1-1 draw. Right, here is our third game. It is against Wales. We've made a couple of changes. Druce gets us start up front and immediately Hoekstra on the board, but Roberts puts Wales back into the game. And then De Vrij gets us a goal to make it 2-1. The Netherlands needs a win here. Oh, a draw will probably put us through. Dross gets himself a goal. That makes it 3-1, and we should secure a top spot here in this World Cup group stage, which should see us through to the knockouts in a very good position. A good 3-1 victory. 4-1. Well done. Well, the group stages are finished. Let's see who made it through. It's Germany and Sweden going through from Group A. Group B is England and the United States going through. Okay. Next, we went through on top. Colombia come through with us. Group D is Argentina and Norway pushing through. Group E, France and Ireland. Group F, Spain and Mexico. Group G is Italy and Australia have made it through. Group H, Brazil and Cameroon. Portugal and Russia both missing out. And yeah, well, let's have a look at the tournament tree to see who we're taking on. In the round of 16, where are we? Okay, we have got Norway. That's not a bad call. Some big games going on. Brazil and Australia. Good luck to the Aussies. Let's get simulating. Well, it's time to take on a Norway here in the round of 16, and Jacobs gets us a goal inside 1 minute. That is a good start here. Hoekstra puts in the second. It's 2-0 to the Netherlands here. We are the defending champs. We've gone 2 for 2 here in this career mode series, and at halftime we are 2-0 up. A couple of changes are made. Hoekstra puts in his second to make it 3-0. This one's done and dusted. We're going to go through to the quarterfinals. Well done to the Dutch. 4-0. Climate checking in as well. So through to the quarterfinals is England, Argentina, Spain and Brazil, France and Italy, and the Netherlands. Well, we've got Germany. This is a big game. Big teams involved here in the quarters. It was never going to be easy to go 3 for 3, but if we can take down the Germans, we're into the semi-finals. Let's go. Well, the Germans look to be in form. They've scored 3 goals in their last 3 appearances, and Barkok puts one straight in, but Hoekstra equalises in the 16th minute. Toe-to-toe football here between these two rivals, and it looks like at halftime it will go in at 1-1. We need the Netherlands to get forward here. Decker checks in for Jacobs. Come on, boys, find me another goal here. We're deep into it. It might go to extra time, which is the last thing we want. De Jong puts one in the 80th minute. Have we knocked the Germans out? Yes, we have. We're going to the semi-finals. Well, the semi-finals look like this. England have beaten Argentina 4-3 on penalties to make the semi-final, taking on Spain. And we have the French. And see if we can make our 3rd World Cup final. Come on, boys. Cross your fingers. Let's make that World Cup final. Well, the French are a team in form as well. They've got Lafont between the sticks and Mbappe. We've faced them before, but can we get over them to make the World Cup final and take on the winner of England and Spain? Hoekstra, he is a man possessed. He's put a goal in the 37th minute. We've got the lead here. Half an hour to go in this one. Dross checks in for Janssen and he puts in a goal to make it 2-0. I think we're going to a World Cup final here once again, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. We're in the final, our 3rd in a row. Well done. Well, England have beaten Spain 2-1, and it's going to be England and the Netherlands in the World Cup final 2026. Let's go and get into the action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's another World Cup for you. We're at the El Grandioso Stadium. The Netherlands and England. Well, England, well, what have they got in their team? You'd assume that Harry Kane was probably up front. Dele Alli will be floating around in this team. Assuming Jack Butland is probably the keeper at this stage of a career mode. But yeah, they've pushed through. They've beaten Argentina. They've beaten Spain. They deserve to be here in the 2026 World Cup final. And the Netherlands, defending champions. They've won 2 on the trot, looking to do 3 from 3. Oh, Rashford as well. So there's pace and skill in this team, this England squad. But obviously, we know what's going on in the Netherlands. We have built this World Cup Academy for, well, near on 10 seasons now. And it's almost a full youth regen team. I think we've still got Fosu Mensah, De Ligt, and, wow, who else is in the starting lineup? I can't even think now. Well, we'll just wait for the long-winded formalities to take hold. Is that Winks? The captain? Okay, interesting. You'd assume Harry Kane would have been given the captain's armband, but okay. And, well, England. This should be an interesting task. Of course, we still have our sliders in play and all that good stuff. And hopefully we can bring you some highlights. And hopefully the Netherlands, once again, can lift that bloody trophy. If we can get 3 out of 3, that would just be tremendous. Haven't updated kits or numbers or anything like that. Unfortunately, it's a little bit trickier than normal, and I'm a little bit forgetful on that front. Let's have a look at the teams. So we go with De Groot, Fosu-Mensah, De Ligt, De Vrij, De Groot. Frankie de Jong, still a real lad there in the midfield. Vermeulen at central defensive midfield. Hoekstra, Jacobs, De Vrij on the right, the Robin Regen, and Drost is starting up front, number 45. So some big numbers here. I'll probably need to do something about that if they're going to get through to 2030. Here's the England side. Butler, Alexander, Arnold, Mawson, Dyer, Stones, Sessegnon. Okay. 5 at the back. Tuanzebe, Winks, Dele Alli, Rashford and Kane up front. Oh, this could be nasty. All right, let's go. 2026 World Cup. It's a big game. Can the Netherlands do it again? Big tackle from Vermeulen on Rashford, and he's dropped him on his ass. And here is Jacobs. Look at the glorious hair. And he just dodges and weaves his way around. He finds De Vrij. Can he get a cross in? He does, but it's picked off. Oh, Jacobs just throwing tackles in for fun. Here's De Vrij. Lays it forward. He's got Drost. Works his way forward. Oh, just got pulled back, and that allowed Butler in. Plays it back for big De Groot. Back to Drost. Inside for Vermeulen. He'll lay this one off. De Jong! Oh, what? How the fuck did Butler get on that? De Jong tries to turn to Tuanzebe. Picked off, and well, the England with 5 at the back are defending well. Here's Drost. Plays one through. De Vrij! Get in! Get in! 1-0 to the Dutch. And it's the Robin Regen doing the business, I think. A lovely finish. A lovely ball through, to be fair, and he just ran in on it and finished it. Absolute composure from the winger. And he beats off Butland. It's 1-0. What a ball from Drost. Absolute vision. 5 at the back. We still break through. 1-0 to the Netherlands. Oh, De Vrij just picked his pocket. Here's Drost. He'll lay it out wide. Hoekstra, has he got the pace and skill to drive his way through? He does. What a ball. He's got Drost. We've got him on ice. Oh, deflection. 2-0. Fuck you. Captain. Drost puts the nail in the coffin of the Poms. And 31 minutes gone. We have just absolutely smacked him on the counter-attack there. And a lucky deflection. Oh, off the forehead of the defender. Will it go down as an own goal? I don't know. Just class work from Drost just to pick out the forehead of the defender. It is an own goal against John Stones. But who cares? It's 2-0. Lovely little ball out here for Groot. Plays it off. Hoekstra hasn't really got into the game as of yet. Plays this one forward. Jacobs with a poor touch. Doesn't matter though. He recovers it. Plays it back here for De Ligt. Out wide. Fosu-Mensah drives his way forward. Fosu-Mensah, no one coming at him, so he takes the strike, and Butland has to make a save. And England has no answer at the moment. The Flying Dutch. Butland's had to make 6 saves. It's over the back. Vermeulen, can he get the header? He can. Jacobs! Oh, good save. Oh, Rashford is through, and it's a shit strike. That's the first strike from England on goal. 39 minutes it's taken for them to finally break through. It's a poor strike from Rashford. Well, there is the whistle. Half-time, the Netherlands in the lead. 2-0. I am De Groot. The big tall timber from left back. Just launches his way down the line. Oh, grabs a decoy on the way through. Pulls it over the back post. Oh, what a save from Butland. Great ball in from De Groot. The Vrij got the header. It was a great save there from Butland. It was pretty much straight at him. Deer in the headlights. Parries it away. And it's a corner now for the Dutch. Hoekstra whips inside. Fosu-Mensah got up and, well, it's gone wide. England trying to work their way back into it. Hoekstra getting back and doing the defensive work here against Rashford. Oh, De Ligt. Brilliant. Jacobs fires it off. Can we hit him on a counter here through De Jong? De Jong drives his way out wide. Needs De Vrij to make a run, and off he goes like a greyhound at the races. Controls. Can he get the cross inside? No, good defensive work from this 5-man defence. Oh, good from Hoekstra. He's just taken down Alexander-Arnold. Lays it off now for Jacobs. Drives his way forward. Jacobs! Oh, good save from Butland. Holy shit, he's got a lot of hair, old Jacobs, but he can take off when he needs to. And it's now a corner here for the Dutch. The Fry to deliver. Whips it inside. It's over the back. Who's going to get up there? Butland. Right, 3 changes. Decker, Bakker, Jansen check in for Jacobs, De Jong and Drost.
Dangerous position now.
Through here, Dele Alli. Oh, England back in the game through Dele Alli. 78 minutes gone. There's a sniff of hope here for the Englishman. Well, they've just ripped through our defence there, Dele Alli. Finds himself a goal past De Groot. 91 rated De Groot. Wasn't being marked close enough. Slips it past. It's 2-1 and the English in with a sniff of hope. Oh, that's a lovely ball. De Vrij works his way inside. Brings it in. Oh, Jansen! What a finish! 3-1! Oh, there's no hope for England now. What a ball inside. Jansen's been brought on as the substitute. And what an exquisite finish. And that should be World Cup number 3 for the Dutch. Oh, just smacked him on the counter. A lovely through ball. De Vrij whips back, whips up, and Jansen hits it on the volley. No chance for Butland. 3-1. Oh, brilliant finish. Oh, De Ligt, big challenge. Decker fires this one off. De Vrij plays it through. Here is Jansen. One-on-one with Butland. Oh, he's blown his load everywhere, but it doesn't matter. It's another World Cup for the Netherlands. 3 from 3. And mate, Tom Dari has built this squad over 10 seasons. And just looking to the future, 2030 next on the agenda. 3 World Cups. Can we do 4? It would be absolutely sensational. But, well, we'll bask in the glory of this one. It is another World Cup for the Netherlands. Oh, brilliant. Absolute scenes. I think De Ligt is the captain today, so he will get to lift the trophy. Probably deserves to be the captain. Probably one of the older boys in this team now. He will get to lift the trophy. And then we can put another eye looking forward to 2030. Jansen checking in. Might be his last World Cup, to be fair. You'd assume that Drost and that would be ready to hold the fort come 4 years' time. Maybe there'll be someone new that we haven't seen before. But it is the Netherlands once again, the World Cup champions. Let's move on and start preparing for another title defence in 2030. Well done, boys. Well, 16 shots to 4. The Netherlands, they're just a team of just destroyers that don't let down without a fight. De Vrij on the right-hand side, the Robin Regen gets a 9.3 man of the match performance in the World Cup final. And now we move on and look to 2030. So we reached the end of 2026. We've got 3 World Cups. Now I'm going to speed things up a little bit more now. We won't need to do as much scouting moving towards 2030. I'm pretty much sure we've got the full pool of players here. In 4 years' time, you're not really going to have the chance to overtake many of these squad players. So things will speed up. Hopefully we'll get to that 2030 World Cup a little bit quicker. But let's have a look at how the squad is looking at the end of 2026. So De Groot is still a 91, pushing along. We got rid of our other keeper, so Danny Peters is the number 2 keeper here at Real Madrid, but obviously Van der Leeuwen is still out there. I think he's in 87, so still the number 2 for the Netherlands, but Peters is creeping up here and he's up to an 85. Fosu-Mensah 87, Vos out on loan 85, up 2. De Ligt still 89. Lucas de Vries is up 1 to an 88. Luc de Graaf is an 83. Daan de Graaf is a 70, up 2. Dan de Groot, I think that's probably where he'll stop there at 92, but he is only 24 years of age. Ridiculous. Van der Bosch out on loan, 79, up 1. Thomas de Haan, 76, up 2, out on loan. Vermeulen, 81. I did sell off a lot of players this season. 64, up 3 is Rodney van der Leeuwen. Marvin Mulder, 83, up 2. Viz is out on loan, 85, up 1. Tahith de Vrij is an 87. Hendricks 66, up 2. Brewer 70, up 3. Daniel de Haan 64, up 2. Hendricks is 68, up 1. Lars Bruin out on loan, 82. Joshua Bakker is at 86, up 1. Justin Hoekstra is an 89 now. Justin DeHaan is a 78. Cedric DeGraaf, 70, up 3. Mike Peters, 71, up 2. Bram Jerkstra, 65, up 2. Daniel Mulder, out on loan, 70, up 3. Thijs Vos is an 80, up 1. Danny Hoekstra, 72, up 2. Jaden Vanderbosch is up 2 to an 84. Drost, I've sent him out on loan to give him some game time. He's an 83, up 2. Hendricks is a 68, up 1. Jan Hendricks is an 85, up 2. And that is it. I mean, I've offloaded quite a few players this season just to concentrate the training on the players that I think will be around for 2030. The rest of them can grow naturally elsewhere. So that ends 2026. Let's hit 2027. So we come through 2027 then. It was a relatively quiet season, so I'm just going to show you the current Youth Academy and run through the squad report, and then we can move on to 2028. Just trying to speed things up now towards the end of this video. We've got one goal in mind, and that is the 2030 World Cup. I'm basically training all the players that I feel will be in the squad and trying to get them to the highest rating possible, so we have an absolute ridiculous squad ready for 2030. But this is our current Youth Academy. We've got Justin Jacobs, 80 to 86. Probably not going to make the cut. Danny Peters, 80 to 86. Dan Meyer, 89 to 94. Thomas Voss, 80 to 86. Lars de Groot is 84 to 90. Alexander Bakker, 86 to 92. Edwin Vandermeer, 81 to 87. Thomas Hoekstra looks pretty good, 92 to 94. The only issue is it's only 3 years or so until the next World Cup. So I don't know even if these guys will have enough time to develop. But it's a Youth Academy. You're going to try. You're going to try. Let's have a look at how the proper squad is looking. So I have sold off some more players just so they get game time. They've finished their growth and they're off doing their own thing. They're still available for the Netherlands, of course. So currently here at our Real Madrid Netherlands Academy, we've got the group 91, hasn't grown anymore. And Danny Peters is up 1 to a 90. Now here is the big difference. Here is something, if you've got through this video and you want to see the difference between training goalkeepers, this is a key example. So De Groot we trained the absolute crap out of as soon as we got him. And if we look at his statistics, obviously all his technicals are through the roof because we train those. But the key one here is reactions. It hasn't moved. It's still at 67 and he will not grow anymore because that is a key stat for a goalkeeper. Whereas if we look at Danny Peters, we didn't train him in the start. We let him grow naturally. It's only been the last couple of seasons that I have trained him, and his reactions are at 81. So he will be a better goalkeeper. I'm just starting to train his technicals now. Obviously, his kicking's already at 99, but I should be able to get him to 91 as well, and he will be a better keeper in the long run. Brewer's just a fresh keeper there. That's fine. Voss I've got up to a 90 now at right back, so he's up 3. Better than Fosu Mensah, who is at 29, but just about done. De Graaf is an 85, up 1. A couple more centre backs coming through. De Vries I've got to a 90. So I'm just trying to get them all to 90 and above, which would just be insane for the 2030 World Cup. Not sure how he'll probably be a bench player by then at 89. What else have we got here? Dan de Groot, obviously, already a 92. He's not going to grow anymore. Vanderbosch is up 1 to 82. Some young lads coming through. Vermeulen's at an 82. He stopped growing. Mulder an 86, up 1. I might try and put a bit more training into him, see if we can get him to 90. The Robin Regen's at an 87. I think I could probably train him a bit more. And Danny Business at an 87 as well. A few other lads coming through. I've got Joshua Bakker up to a 90 as well. He's only 5'6", but yeah, he should be pretty good in the midfield at a 90. Hoekstra's at an 89, so one more rating for him. What else have we got here? The strikers were the main one that we've been trying to get up. So I've started training here. Thomas Drost, he's an 86. Up 2, and Vanderbosch is an 85. So we're not far off having pretty much a full squad of 90s. Hendricks is an 87 there. And of course, we've sent the other lads off in the Jacobs and stuff that are already in the 90s. So this Netherlands squad, by the time we get to 2030, I mean, we've won 3 titles and we probably have the best squad ever in the 2030 series. No one else is going to stand a chance. But let's move on. 2028, up and coming. Alright, so we are at about September 2028. I've just been simulating through, training away, and just trying to build this Netherlands squad. But we're ready. 2030 World Cup is on the approach. So we've got the qualifiers coming up, but look at this fucking team. All right, let's run through it quickly before we jump into the qualifiers. Drost have got up to an 89. We've still got Hoekstra out there. He's an 89 on the left. Jacobs is a 92. Danny Viz's come through, and he's got a higher rating than the Robin regen. He's up to an 89. We've got a midfielder here in Backer at 91. Mulder at a 88 central defensive midfielder. Still got De Groot there on the left-hand side. De Vries has come through now to 91. De Ligt still in this squad. He is the captain at an 89. Voss has come through and taken over from Fosu Mensah at a 91. And as I said, Peters has come on fucking leaps and bounds. He's a 93. And that means that we've got a 91 De Groot as a backup goalkeeper. Decker is there as well. The Robin regen on the bench at an 87. Van der Bosch 85. Frankie de Jong still floating around. Hendricks is here at an 88. And, well, the reserves, we've still got De Graaf and Schmitz coming through. Fosu Mensah still there. Young Sandler and Kluivert. So, this is probably the best squad that the Dutch have ever had, at least in this career mode. If we don't make it through to another World Cup final, something is seriously wrong. Let's get in and see how we go in these qualifications. Well, our qualifying group this time has the Czech Republic, Finland, Switzerland, Romania, and Bulgaria. You'd assume we're going through pretty comfortably, but, you know, stranger things have happened, so let's get in and see if we can do the job. So we take on Switzerland here in our first World Cup group qualifier. Jacobs gives us a goal. Drost gives us a goal. That's 2-0. The Netherlands, they just love World Cup football, don't they? Backers missed a penalty. Mulder puts in a goal. It's 3-0. Oh, Jacobs puts in one. There's 4. Oh, you don't want to come up against this Dutch side. They're handing out cheese sticks for fun here at the moment. And, yeah, sure, why not? De Groot gets one. 5-0. Destroyed. Well, we may as well send an unchanged lineup here against Bulgaria. Oh, Bulgaria, they get the lead, but Drost says no, fuck you, and 5 minutes later he gets the equalising goal. Well, 1-1. Come on, boys. Come on, the Netherlands. Don't give up the goat. Bulgaria 2-1 over this fucking squad. Are you serious? Are you actually having a laugh right now? Oh my days, that is woeful. You're all fucking dropped. Our next game here is against Romania. Fosu Mensah in at centre-back as De Vries has injured himself for Real Madrid. De Ligt's got himself injured now, so that's bloody great. I might have to train up a third-string centre-back. De Groot gets us the goal. We have the lead at half-time. Bakker puts in the second from the penalty spot. And it looks like we are going to take down Romania 2-0. Yeah. We now take on Finland. We've lost De Ligt as well, so Ake comes in to play centre-back. Hopefully we can get the job done here. Our defence is starting to drop like flies, but Jacobs puts in a goal in the 28th minute. Finland back into it in the 39th. We'll see. We don't want another loss here because we've already lost to bloody Bulgaria. Come on, boys. Get the job done. Nothing. No one. This team should just be slaughtering everyone. It's unconstitutional. A 1-1 draw with Finland. It's time to take on the Czech Republic. De Ligt still out injured. De Vries is back in at centre-back. Vizza gives us a goal here in the 7th minute. Looking to try and push on here because we're not sitting top of our group where we bloody well should be. Vizza gets his second goal of the day. Drost chips in with a third. This is more like it from the Netherlands. Bakker puts in a fourth. Every time we're the home team, we are absolutely destroying. I mean, that shouldn't be playing an advantage in this kind of series, but 4-0, well done. Well, we've got Finland again. We drew with them 1-1 in the last encounter, but this is our home game here, so do you assume that the Netherlands would do the biscuits here? Decker getting a start here, gets the goal inside 30 minutes. Drost puts in the second before half-time to make it 2-0. And the Netherlands look like they are just going to wipe the floor. No, Mosander comes through with a goal in the 63rd. A glimmer of hope here for Finland. But it's not to be. A 2-1 victory for the Netherlands. Okay, so that is 2028 done. Let's have a quick look. Obviously, I've sold off more players. Just behind the scenes, not really youth scouting too much anymore. We're just fully concentrating on getting this squad absolutely completed, ready for 2030. So De Groot 91, Peters 93. Brewer 61 up 2. Vos is a 91. Fosu 87. Van Leeuwen at 63 up 1. It's pretty much an all Dutch contingent here at Real Madrid now. De Vries is a 91. De Ligt 89. Smits 71 up 2. De Graaf is an 85. Hoekstra 66 up 2. De Groot 92. De Haan 82 up 1. Van der Bosch 85 up 1. Bakker 64 up 1. Mulder's an 88. Got him up 1 more point. De Wit 68 up 1. Van Leeuwen 71. Vermeulen is an 82. Danny Peters 66 up 1. Hoekstra 62. Viz is up 1. I've got him up 1 more to an 89. Just trying to push him to 90. De Vrij 87. Bruin 82. Brouwer 78. Ceballos is still here. What else have we got? Bakker at 91. Hoekstra at 89. De Haan 81 up 1. What else have we got? Vos is out on loan at 83. Drost I've got up 1 more to an 89. Oh, if we can get him to a 90, that will be absolutely sensational. And that is about it. Hendricks is an 88. So 2028 completed. And not long now until that 2030 World Cup. Let's roll on. Well, 2029, and we've got some more qualifiers here. I'm having to send out sort of the second team here because it's 2 days after the last Real Madrid game, and most of the team was tired. So we take on Romania, who get the lead after the 3rd minute, and it's not looking too good here. Come on, boys. We're going to need a victory. Mulder subbed off. Jacob subbed off. Still nothing here for the Netherlands, and it's an away game according to FIFA. And even though we're all bloody 85 plus rated, we've lost 1-0 to Romania. Brilliant. Well, it looks like we're away again, taking on the Czech Republic with a full-strength team. But that's not to say that we aren't going to get a victory here, because there's just something a little bit screwy going on here in these simulations. Every time we are the away team, we seem to screw the pooch. But Bakker gets us a goal in the 54th minute, a sign of hope here for the Netherlands. 20 minutes to go in this game. Can we hold on? No, of course. The Czech Republic gets themselves a goal in the 77th minute, and it's a fucking draw. All right, we've got redemption here against Bulgaria. Hopefully, they tailed us up in the other leg, but hopefully we can get the job done here. Jacobs gives us a goal inside the 28th minute, and he gets himself a second before half-time. But the Swiss are the team to beat here in our group. They are absolutely flying on top of this group at the moment. And we have to do everything we can to get involved. Hoekstra gets a goal, and it's a 3-0 victory over Bulgaria. Well, this is the big one. We're taking on Switzerland. They are the group leaders at this stage. We're without the Groot at left back, but Van der Bosch comes in. He's pretty decent himself. But I don't like this because this is an away fixture for the Netherlands. No goals there in the first half. Come on, boys. Just sneak a victory here. Just need to make up these points. It could go down as a draw, to be fair. Come on, boys. Someone. Yes! Hendricks checks in, gets the goal, and we've beat the Swiss 1-0. So we come to the end of 2029. We are going to move on to 2030, and that will be our final World Cup, of course. But let's have a look at the development of the team this year. So De Groot still flowing along. He's 29 years of age now, 91. Peters is a 93. What else have we got coming through? I'll just quickly skip over these. Vos 91, Fosu 87, De Vries is a 91, De Ligt 89 at 30 years of age. Marvin Smits, I might try and put some training into him heavy over the last season just to see if we can push him up a few ratings. Might be available. But we've also got Luke de Graaf, 86, he is up 1. De Groot 92, De Haan 84, Van der Bosch 87. A couple of good left backs there. That is for sure. In the midfield, we've got Vermeulen 82, Mulder in 89. I still haven't been able to get him across that line to a 90. Danny Viss is up to a 91, still going. De Vrij 87, Bruins at 82. Joshua Bakker is a 91. Hoekstra 89. I'm not sure he's going to go up anymore. We'll have to wait and see. De Graaf 81 up 2. Thivos is an 82. Drost is at a 90. Hendricks up 1. Got him to a 90. Boom, boom. So this Dutch squad, mate, if I can get all 90s in the starting 11, that will be insane. That is my ambition. I'm going to try and get that for 2030. So let's see. first and foremost, before we move on, we better check on the World Cup qualifying table. Did we get through? I think we might have. So, we go through in second position. The Swiss were the dominant force in that competition, but we managed to get a win over them, and we have qualified. So, I'll be interested to see what kind of teams we pull, because we finished second in our group, even with this ridiculous team. But, yeah, let's move on to 2030. Okay, it is time to pick our final squad. Our final squad for this 2030 campaign. So let's have a look at what we've got going on. We've gone with Peters and De Groot, 93 and 91 respective goalkeepers. There's no shadow of a doubt there. Van der Linden is there on the right-hand side as a third option, but I'm only going to take two keepers. Left back-wise, De Groot is the highest at 92. Vos is a 91. De Vrij is a 91. And I managed to train De Ligt back up to a 90. So that is a strong back four. Then we have Van den Bosch, Fosu-Mensah, De Graaf, and De Haan here at an 85. Only taking a limited amount of defensive options. I don't think we'll need them all. And if you look at the right-hand side of the ledger there with Pierre Sandler, we can probably take Smits if we wanted to. He was one of our youth academy players, but there's no midfielders there, is there? So let's have a look at our midfield. Viz is up to a 92, Jacobs a 92, Decker's a 91, we've got Bakker at 91, Mulder I've got to a 90, so yeah, okay. Hoekstra is a 89, he's standard there. Bram Hendricks has come out of nowhere, he is an 88. 25 years of age, he's not playing for Real Madrid. We might have signed him up early and then got rid of him. Same as with Brewer, 87. Then we've got the Robben Regen, 87 at right midfield if we need him. And Frankie de Jong rounds out the midfield there at 86. There's just not really anything, you know, worth bringing in. Frankie de Jong, how old is he? 33 now. He looks like he's about 12, but yeah, he's going to stay in the squad. A little bit of an old head around here just to keep the youth in tow. And then the forwards, we've got Jan Hendricks is a 90 left winger, Drost is a 90, and Van der Bosch is the backup at 85. So probably the best squad we've put out. We've won 3 World Cups thus far. If we don't go 4 for 4, there's something seriously wrong with this game. But that's our squad. Let's get simulated through and see if we can make our 4th World Cup final. Let's go. Alright, it's time to have a look at the groups for the 2030 World Cup. Group A is Germany, Switzerland, Colombia and Hungary. The Swiss went through on top of our group, and they are in there with the Germans. Yeah, you'd feel they'd go through on form. In Group B, it's France, Venezuela, Northern Ireland and Canada. Well, you're assuming the French go through, that's for sure. We've had tussles with them in this career mode. Yeah, hit and miss there. Maybe Venezuela now that they've already picked up 3 points. Group C is Spain, Denmark, Australia and Uruguay. That is a pretty tricky group. I think Australia will finish bottom. Let's look at Group D, and that is Brazil, Turkey, Greece and China. Yeah, that's, you know, up for anyone really at this stage of a career mode. You'd assume Brazil would be going through. Group E, Italy, Poland, Austria and South Africa. That's a tough little group there. I'll be interested to see who goes through in that one. We are in Group F and we have Wales, Mexico and Cameroon to deal with. You'd feel with our squad that we can push through to the knockout rounds, but stranger things have happened in this simulation. Group G is England, Ireland, Saudi Arabia and Egypt. Well, the English made the final in the last one. Will they push through again? Group H is Argentina, Belgium, Scotland and the Ivory Coast. So that rounds it out. Let's get into the simulations and see if we can get to that 4th World Cup. So I have managed to do it. This is incredible. The first time I've ever done this. We have a full first 11 of 90 or above rated players. That is just centimetre perfect. Peters in there, and even on the bench we've got a few more in Decker and De Groot. Hoekstra's an 89. I mean, even the bench is star-studded. And this is a squad. If this squad doesn't win and the other 3 did, there is something seriously wrong with this game programming. But we've done it. I think it's the first time ever. A full team of 90s. Brilliant. All right, here we go. We are at home. Drost, 4-minute goal for the Netherlands here against Mexico. this 90 rated team should be able to decimate anyone in their way, but you just know it's not going to happen. You just know that FIFA's going to throw us a curveball and the shit is going to hit the fan. But Mulder puts in a second, so it's 2-0. This is a good start to our group stage knockout round, whatever you want to call it. De Vrij puts in the third, and that will see us secure our first 3 points. Well, we've got Cameroon in game number 2. It's an unchanged lineup here for the Dutch. But obviously we are on the away side here of the ledger, so we'll be interested to see if we can get through here. A full team of 90+ rated players and nothing scored in the first half. Well done. Yep. This is just quality programming, isn't it? Yeah, come on. How about a goal, boys? Someone want to do something in this game? Oh, yeah, of course. Look. Ah, well done, Cameroon. Just knew you would get that victory, didn't we? Right, next up we have Wales. Backer puts in the penalty kick after 4 minutes. Wales not having the best of competitions here. Unfortunately, we lost Mulder for 5 weeks, so he is done, and that means that De Jong replaces him at central defensive midfield position, and we don't have a full 90s team, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a little bit woeful, but De Groot puts in a goal in the 65th minute, and that should see us through to the knockout round. We dispose of Wales 2-0. So let's take a look at who has progressed through. Switzerland and Germany. The Swiss going through undefeated. They are in some red hot form here in 2030. Group B, it's Venezuela and France going through. Venezuela on top undefeated, but France putting in a lot of goals. Group C is Spain and Uruguay going through. Group D, Brazil and Greece make it through to the round of 16. Group E, Italy go through on top with South Africa pinching a spot here. Poland and Austria not qualifying. Group F, we go through with Cameroon, who went through undefeated. Mexico and Wales missing out. Group G is Egypt on top over England. That is very interesting. Ireland and Saudi Arabia are knocked out. And Group H is Belgium and Argentina going through. The Ivory Coast and Scotland miss out. So let's have a look at the tournament tree. And, well, the Swiss have gone through on penalties over France. Spain have beaten Greece 4-0. We have drawn Italy here in the round of 16. It's Egypt and Argentina, Venezuela and Germany, Brazil and Uruguay, Cameroon and South Africa, Belgium and England. Who will push through? Let's get simulating and see if we can take down the Italians. So our round of 16 encounter kicks off here against the Italians. They've obviously got Donnarumma between the sticks, so 2 quality goalkeepers in this competition. And looks like it's a fairly slow start here inside the first 30 minutes. Nothing coming up, and the first half is just got nothing to it. Of course, we've got the away team here pretty much, and that never plays good in a simulation. Almost a full game here, and no one has found a score. We're looking for someone to get on the board. Is there a late winner? Yes, Van der Bosch chips in the 89th minute, and we knock Italy out of the World Cup. So it is the Swiss versus the Spanish in the quarterfinals. We have drawn Argentina after they beat Egypt 1-0. Venezuela have knocked off the Germans 2-1. Brazil have beaten Uruguay 2-1. Cameroon beat South Africa 3-1. And the Belgians beat England 5-4 on penalties. So the last time we played was England. They are out in the round of 16. And let's get through now and see if we can beat Argentina. Quarterfinals here of the FIFA World Cup. It is the Dutch and Argentina. And hopefully we can get through. Backer puts in at the penalty in the 19th minute to give us the lead. Half an hour gone here in this quarterfinal. De Jong picks himself up a yellow card. We don't want him rubbed out, that's for sure. A couple of changes. Jacob checks in for Decker. Come on, boys. Get the job done here. Push us through. 75 minutes gone. It's still 1-0. Not scoring for fun here at the moment, that's for sure. But we go through. We knock out Argentina. And we're through to the next round. So, semi-finals of the World Cup. Spain have knocked off Switzerland to push through. We'll be taking them on in the semi-finals. Brazil have beaten Venezuela 2-1. And Cameroon have beaten Belgium 4-3 on penalties. Well, this is an underdog story here. Cameroon coming through. And who will make it to the final? Well, let's get simulating and see if we can knock off the Spaniards. Well, it's time for the Netherlands to take on Spain, and Jacobs puts in a goal inside the 3rd minute to give us the lead. We haven't been relentless scoring so far in this knockouts part of this campaign, but just getting a goal here away will help us out. Half an hour gone, 45 minutes gone. There goes the first half that quickly, and we're still 1-0 up, hoping to push through here to our 4th consecutive World Cup final. Can the boys do it? We're still 1-0 up. Will it be a late equaliser? No, it won't. The Netherlands are going to their 4th World Cup. Well done, boys. So we make it through to our 4th consecutive World Cup final. You'd assume that with the team that we had, there is no reason why we shouldn't have got through other than luck. But Brazil have knocked off Cameroon, and it will be a Brazil-Netherlands World Cup final. Hold on to your hats, folks. Can we go 4 for 4 and wrap up this career mode? Let's get into the action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is our 4th consecutive World Cup final. The Netherlands and Brazil are going to go at it. And fortunately enough, our central defensive midfielder in Mulder is back from injury. He has a band-aid. De Jong got himself red-carded, so he has to play. And that means that we have a full team of 90s on the pitch. It just has worked out absolutely perfect. So you can see there we've got through, not really scoring a lot of goals, but that was without us in control. So hopefully with us taking hold of this incredible side, we can absolutely decimate Brazil and finish off this worldly career mode with an absolute banging win. I'm looking for 3 or 4 goals in this one, hopefully. But you know the Brazil aren't going to lie down. I've got no idea. This is 2030. Who the hell is playing in their team now? We go through all the formalities of all the little lovely national anthems and looking at the faces. For 20 years, we wait. And eventually, we will get to see the Dutch. I mean, what an outstanding performance we've done in this career mode. If you are this far through watching this video, I do commend you. But we've done it all. We've won 3 World Cups on the trot, defending champions, going for our 4th. And, well, Tom Dari and his World Cup Academy here at Real Madrid has turned the Netherlands into an absolute fortress of a team. And this is the best team we've put out on the park yet. So, high hopes. We're probably paying a dollar for the win. But, you know, Brazil are probably going to have a red-hot crack. I have no idea. I want to see their team lineup, see if there's any players floating around still. Gabriel Jesus is probably still floating around. Maybe Neymar? I'm not too sure, but we'll have to wait and see the team lineups. Here's the Netherlands, so we go with Pieters, Vos, De Ligt, De Vries, De Groot, Bakker and Mulder in the midfield, Hendricks on the left, Jacobs in the middle, Visser on the right, and Dross is up front. So De Ligt is the only real player in this squad, and he's played all 4 World Cups. So he is the captain, he's got the experience, and hopefully he can carry these boys forward today. A few random numbers. So here is Brazil. They do have Jesus, they've got Malcolm, and a whole heap of really long-winded names that are possibly regens. There's a Dos Santos Castro on the left and between the sticks, so a couple of brothers in there for the Brazilians. And, well, who knows whose regens they are, but let's get into this game. Oh, Hendricks picks his pocket beautifully, slips it through. Jacobs has been picked off, and it's another free kick. The Brazilians just know that we're coming for them. And can Bakker do better on his 2nd attempt? No, he can't. It's another souvenir. There's Mulder back from injury, makes it back for the final. Drives his way forward, testing out that injury, whichever it was, but he's given the ball away. Oh, Drost has picked his pocket. He's in here on goal. Can he finish it? Yes, he can! 1-0 the Netherlands. And Big Drost finds the early goal. I'm dying. And that makes it 1-0 to the Dutch. Probably should have done something about his kit. The group's been done. Malcolm's been done. Oh, great defensive work. But here can come. Oh, it's 1-1. Brazil rip our defensive line apart. And then 21st minute, they've equalised through, what's his name? Dos Santos something or other. Oh, that was some pretty poor defending there from the Dutch. Slipped through like a hot knife in butter, had a man out wide, Vos not picking up his man, and that leaves Pieters completely exposed. And that makes it 1-1. Oh, De Ligt's been done. They bring it inside to Wendell. He lays it off. De Groot. I am De Groot. Mulder plays it through. Can we hit him on a counter? Here's Bakker. No, he's picked off. Oh, this Brazilian lineup is actually very strong. Not sure on their team rating, but they're defending well. Big Dross gets through, though. The group's been turned inside out. Here's Malcolm. De Vries is going to have to do a big job, and he does. Big De Vries works his way up the line now. Slips it forward here for Dross. The big striker works his way forward. He's got Hendricks moving into position. Decides to take it on himself. Brings it back. It's a lovely ball from Bakker. Oh, he's railed the crossbar. Unbelievable strike. but he's fucking missed. Oh, here is Groot. I am the Groot. Pushes his way forward here, the big right back, but Gabriel Jesus runs him down at the pass. And the Brazilians have been very good here in this encounter against probably a more superior team in the Dutch, but going into halftime, it's looking like it will be 1-1. Here it's Gabriel Jesus, works his way forward, gets around De Ligt, and De Vries gets back to help out. Lovely defensive work. Vos, De Vries, to Bakker, to Mulder. There is the whistle. It's deadlocked at halftime. 1-1. Good from Mulder. De Vries. Bakker. Off to Jacobs. He's got pace for days to burn. Works his way out wide. Finds Hendricks. Drost is working his way inside. Oh, great clearance. Jacobs. Hendricks plays this one forward. Here is Drost. Works his way forward. Cuts in nicely. Still comes Drost. Gonna throw in? No, a corner. Look how small their keeper is. He's minuscule. How have we not scored fucking 10 past him? Oh, it's woeful. That's your last free kick there, Bakker. Good from Mulder. Back up. Slips it out wide for the run of Hendricks. Hendricks is in here. Oh, good save. Drost gets the header, but too easy for the small keeper. Well, time to make a change here. Dekker's going to check into Cam. Bakker checks out, and Jacobs into centre midfield. Dekker. Hendricks. Cuts back inside. Gets the run here from Dekker. Dekker cuts back. Takes the strike. No, he doesn't. Lays it off. No, he doesn't. Oh, closing it on full time. And, well, it's been a fucking crazy second half here. No one getting the opportunities that they really wanted to. Dekker tries to fire this one off, and there's just been no run here. And it looks like this one will go to extra time. Vos lays it off. Mulder to Dekker. Can he create something here? The fresh legs. No, he's run into a brick wall. Pies to take the tackle. Can't get through. And this one will get a whistle. And we've still got 2 substitutions up our sleeve. But we are going to need them. Extra time. Well, it was early goals, and it was a slugfest in the second half. We go to extra time. And we're looking for the Dutch to get on top here. I haven't made those 2 substitutions just yet. Here's Drost. Lays it off. He's got Danny Vizza. Works his way forward. Finds Drost. Tries to bring it back inside. Keeper parries away, but no one there to swoop. Mulder out wide. Here we go. On the counter. Danny Vizza lays it forward. He's got Drost. Just needs to finish! That's it! Drost with his second. And the Netherlands takes the lead in the 95th minute. Well, we thought it was going to be an absolute goal fest, but it's been an absolute slug. But it's big Drost getting through. And we hit him on the break. Lovely ball through from Danny Vizza. Finds big Drost. And he whips it in the bottom right corner. It's 2-1 to the Dutch. Looking to secure their 4th World Cup. Brazil are coming again. This is on the back post. Needs to Groot. And he gets him. Dekker just fires it away. And here comes Brazil. They're not going to die here without a fight. Working their way inside. Here's the strike. Peters with a good save. He'll just bomb this one long. So we'll make our final 2 changes. De Vries and Hoekstra check in for Jacobs and Hendricks. Good from Dekker. He's got fresh legs. And he burns his way down the line. Drost is working into position for him. Still goes Dekker. Slips it over. Drost! Oh, he's gone high. Well, the first period of extra time is done. It's 2-1 in favour of the Dutch. Will the Brazilians fight back? Oh, great save from Peters. Douglas Luiz taking the strike, and it's a corner for the Brazilians. We've got the tall timber in the box. Everyone needs to be on point here for the... Oh, Peters. Just get it long, son. And he streamed forward again. Oh, look at this run over the top here from Hoekstra. Fresh legs to put the final nail in the coffin. Oh, great save. Oh, Vizza's picked his pocket. Tries to slip it inside for Drost. Oh, he's worked the keeper. And it's a corner. Well, it's all happening here. Drost looking for a World Cup hat-trick. Oh, unlucky. Well, it's the Brazilians. This is their last chance. And play it forward. Everyone just trying to scramble this one out. And it comes out to Hoekstra. He's on the break. Slips it forward. Drost hasn't got anything left. Needs to cut back inside. He does. He tries to take the strike. Gets taken down in the box. And hopefully that is a whistle incoming. The Brazilians pushing, looking for some opportunity. Delete. Brilliant. Danny Vizza lays this one off. Decker pushes his way forward. Oh, he's got nothing left. And it's a tackle. And there's the whistle. 4 World Cups for the Dutch. Oh, Tom Dari, you've built an amazing squad over, 14 seasons. And we take our 4th World Cup. That was probably the trickiest one, even though we had the best squad going into one of these. But we've done it again, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've stuck your way through this video, I applaud you as well. I'm dying. My throat is gone. I've done so much recording for this. I started this back in March, and I wanted it ready for the World Cup. I still had so much time to do, and probably in the last 3 days I've put in about 26 hours of recording to get us to this position. And finally, it will be done and dusted. I have no idea how long this video is. Hopefully it's an enjoyable experience. Hopefully you just sat down, had a couple of beers, made yourself a sandwich. But it is the Dutch. 4 for 4. You couldn't write this story. It's fucking brilliant. And De Ligt gets to lift his 4th World Cup. I mean, what a story it is for him. Coming in as a young lad, getting an opportunity in the 1st World Cup, and now he is the captain in the 4th World Cup. Just brilliant. And a great way to sign off this series. 4 from 4. That is legendary slider difficulty as well, so I don't know what else to say. Maybe FIFA will put in a different level of difficulty. But that was a tough little slog. I thought that we would have absolutely trounced them, but no. We just seemed to go to extra time, and it's a 2-1 victory. And Big Drost, who is a regen, I'm not sure whose regen he is, possibly a Van Persie, but he has come good. And he gets us the goals to give us the win. And it's the Dutch World Cup champions for the 4th time. Well, there's no more after this one. Career mode will end, so we can't go for 5. But that is a magnificent performance. Thank you very much for tuning in. And hopefully you enjoyed this World Cup series. Let's have a quick look at the match facts. So 16 shots to 10. They had the possession, but 23 tackles were required here from the Dutch defensively. But Drost gets himself man of the match, 9.3. And I think that is a good story, a good note to finish up this wonderful video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button. A lot of time and effort goes into this. I mean, inspired by Jared HD, but this is just a whole nother level. And hopefully you have enjoyed it. But that is where we'll leave this one. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And we will see you in another video very, very soon. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And you have a good one.